Hello everyone, welcome to the Roomba Fight. The post 24 hour 26 27-hour long stream and the you know the other things. So okay, things are loading in. Why is this not loading? There we go. Now alright, there we are. Let's go say hi to Octo and me. Hello! Hello. Okay, hold on. I need to lower this and raise your guys' volume. Why do I have Octo so fucking quiet? Okay, mute at 200.
I was checking out who else had like streamed the Tsukime, and turns out I'm at the top of like the most viewed one with Tsukime in it.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, everyone's actually reading the remake though.
Nice.
I see some people reading the original. You're in there twice.
But yeah, it's for now until Mina or Bolt decide to come in because I'm pretty sure Kane is asleep. For now, it's just me, Meep, and our guest for today, Octo Ninja.
I don't think he's asleep. It's like noon for Kane, I'm pretty sure.
Hello.
Hello.
So, as per usual, well, today I also have to include the Twitch link for Octo, but as per usual. Okay, no sleepers worth the title. Oh yeah, kid got a title, got a role on the server because he's actually stayed up all the 24 hours.
Damn.
Bruh, you didn't even
He isn't even sucked.
stay up for 24 hours.
Ken needs to become a streamer, bro. You can do 24-hour streams, no problem.
And Meep, the total amount of hours that I streamed between all the rays was 26 hours and 55 minutes.
Jesus Christ. Why is my stream for you not loading? Look at this. I'm gonna refresh the page. There we go.
Okay,
Jimmy out here. Vroom, 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 vroom. However the hell that song goes. But now it's car themed.
Broom, broom, broom.
It just has Tokyo
Boom,
Drift
boom,
playing
boom,
and
boom.
this
I want
entire
you in my
stream.
room.
Actually, on the topic of Tokyo Drift, I don't even think it's actually Tokyo Drift, but I saw a post saying like one of the sound designers for one of the Japanese racing games recently passed away.
Oh. There we go. I have pinned down both the Discord server and Octo's stream because, you know, he is an actual fucking streamer. So you guys should follow him. This is a threat.
Yes.
I'm gonna...
Do we want to talk about the 24-hour stream
We
right
can...
away, or should I segue into someone else?
So just I'll give a little explanation as to why the fuck did I decide to do that. For those uninitiated in my Twitch, a few months back, I was playing Gran Turismo 4, and then I was like, you know what? The funny, streaming a 24-hour endurance race, but I don't want to do it. But at the same time, I would want to do it. So just in case, I'm gonna put gonna make it a goal in my Twitch, so people can put points in it. And yeah, we made it. And I was like, okay, I need to prepare myself mentally for this shit. I need to get better at the game as well for it before I actually just go do it, before I make a fool of myself. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it as soon as, in fact, bald used to mean white, so that's why bald eagle. It's called a bald eagle. Anyway. Where was I? Fucking out.
Why did you decide to race in War Crime Trial City?
Why did I want?
Hour.
Okay, so why did I prefer going to Nürburgring Nordschleife instead of Circuit de la Sarthe? Simply put, Circuit de la Sarthe has Le Mans prototype cars, which can range to 1,200 horsepower, and that kind of fucking scares me. So instead of going for
I just realized, is Le Mans not a track in that game? That would've been
Yes. Yes. Cirque de la South.
perfect.
The mod track
Oh,
is
that's
called Cirque de la South.
Oh,
100% do that. Yeah, kid, I thought you would be. I thought you would. Yeah, that's why I'm saying you need to be just stream yourself playing Mario Kart or some shit like that. Since you already grind that game a fuck ton anyway.
24 hours at Luigi
20
Circuit.
24 hours doing time trials.
24 hours on Rainbow Road.
No.
You should- No, you should do something like you have a timer that you stream, and every time you get a donation or something like it, or like a follow, you extend the timer by a few minutes.
I saw someone try to do that kind of thing. That
Yeah,
every time someone like donates, the time gets longer. I saw them try and do that.
yeah, it's just some
where they
fun,
had
yeah.
well, no, the thing I saw is they set up like a pre-thing. They put out like a YouTube like announcement, and then they streamed on YouTube.
Yeah.
By the time and so there was the pre-thing that they could still have a starting amount. The goal was to have it reach 0. By the end of the stream, the number was
yeah.
higher than when it started.
You fuck want to watch me, bro? I ask that question every day, and look at me, I'm at 172 right now.
Same. Look at me. I'm going
Who the fuck
146.
would watch me point, Crow? Bro.
No. No, he's asking about the. No, he's asking about the YouTube
Oh,
thing.
about who did it? No. It was the
Oh, you
funny
fucked up
YouTube
online.
frog man, Martin Sino Pants. The funny Australian frog.
Huh? But yeah,
He's
as
a
you can
funny
see,
YouTube man.
I do have another, as per usual, the Gran Turismo 4 screen
Discord
on the Roomba thought. Again, it's the Nürburgring. This time it's only the 4-hour version. And I'm gonna let the AI drive this one on his own with a Honda S2000 race car version, which is purple.
Because you've driven enough.
Yes.
On James May's least favorite racetrack.
I prefer this over the fucking Cirque de la South, which is Le Mans.
Fair enough.
The thing is, that fucking track, if
Anyway,
you want to actually
so,
race in it, in this game, an endurance race, you need to have an LMP car. And as I say, they'll have scary amounts of horsepower and they're light as a feather. So you do one mistake, you end up fucking flying.
Vroom vroom into the audience.
Vroom, 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 vroom.
Why the
Yep.
Okay, something that is bothering me a lot is why the fuck Octo's images just keep going down.
I am shrinking.
It's getting smaller and smaller.
No, it's like being
I am aging very rapidly. I'm getting
Oh, you know,
squished.
the bottom was getting cut off of it.
yeah, for some
squished.
reason the bottom was starting to get cut off and it was starting to move like down for some reason.
I got decapitated.
So
I got Frenched.
oh,
Anyway.
Bolt is here. We can see the Pichu on.
Bolt sitting in the VC. So, Jimmy, while you get that set up, I would like to talk about
Don't mind
something
me, I was
that I
just
wanted to
sitting
talk
here
about
waiting.
last week, but we didn't get to.
Okay. There he is. Now Bolt is in the corner.
Oh, you mean the red?
Bolt's in the
Oh, I guess I'm in the corner this
He's in
time.
the timeout corner.
He's in the
there
he's in the extra podcasters corner because Kane is also there.
Yes.
Anyway, so what I'd wanted to talk about was 2 weeks ago now. There was the totally accidental death of Yevgeny Prigozhin, the head of the Wagner mercenary
Yeah.
group in Russia. The man who led the funny march on Moscow like 3 months
Yes, I
ago.
remember the funny one. What's the not funny one?
That's it. That's the entire coup attempt. It lasted less than 24 hours. Okay, then he just got off scot-free until like 2 weeks ago when his plane totally coincidentally ceased to exist while he was on board. With basically all of Wagner's senior leadership. And let's just say, the memes, the internet has had no chill in their memeing of this event. I am going to quickly correlate to this, but, so, one of the things I want to mention about this is there has been an ongoing debate on the internet on exactly how the plane went down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the early leading theory is that, first of all, Russia has yet to release an official crash report on what caused it. Now, the initial leading theory among most people, because a Wagner associated social media account said this, was that it was shot down by Moscow's air defense via surface-to-air missile. And people on the ground did report hearing a boom sound. Two of them actually. And there is a video clip that was released fairly early. Someone filmed the plane going down. And evidence of this definitely not being an accident comes in the fact that one of the wings was gone. There just wasn't one of the wings, it was just gone. So, yeah. Now, the counterpoints to it being a surface-to-air missile that shot it down are that, there was no visible trail in the video, though the video wasn't looking up at that. And the other thing is that the U.S. intelligence has said they much prefer the second theory, that there was a bomb smuggled on board the plane. And either way, it doesn't really kind of matter, because at the end of the day, plane hit ground, so yeah. It's basically just people talking semantics. But at the end of the day, regardless of what happened, or even the thing is, even if it was, as unbelievable as it is, a complete accident, as unlikely as it is, no one's gonna believe that.
Yeah, true.
So, it doesn't really matter to an extent.
Well, yeah, it happened because it happened. Cool.
It's happened. Everyone's gonna assume that it was an assassination because it'd be much too convenient for it not to be.
Exactly.
Most of the time, the most convenient and easiest explanation is probably the correct one, especially when it comes to, immediately wiping out the entirety of the senior leadership of the people who betrayed an authoritarian leader.
Like the fucker died. Yeah.
Definitely, completely by accident.
I'm Meep just sending memes about it.
Yes, I have collected several memes about this event, because the internet, as it does, memed the shit out of it. Yeah, because that's just what the
truly
internet does.
Internet moment.
No, the internet, the only place where serious shit just gets turned into memes and only memes.
Yeah.
Like World War II, for example.
Oh.
But yeah, basically, this could just be summed up as also the other reason a lot of people are pretty sure this was definitely an assassination is because the time between it was reported, the recorded official time that the plane hit the ground, you know how long it took after that for Russia to the Russian government to issue an official statement?
Not a lot.
15 minutes.
Exactly.
Bruh.
There's no way they did not know in advance. Top tip to anyone who's gonna be in a government position to issue official statements: if you do something sus, don't have a statement released within an hour. Have plausible deniability. Plausible deniability only works if it's actually plausible. The other thing that a lot of people have pointed to as for thinking it was a surface-to-air missile, by the way, is there's two things. There's a set of images that were released that are supposedly from the wreckage that show signs of shrapnel damage coming from outside the plane.
Mm-hmm.
However, those, from what I understand, have yet to be confirmed to be that aircraft. The other thing is in the video clip, the tail assembly of the aircraft seems to have been at least partially destroyed. Though, if they lost the wing desperately trying to regain control via the control surfaces on the tail assembly, could have partially ripped that off, because I know that has happened before for much larger aircraft.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's... The other thing that has been funny is a lot of the... Not just that it's the memes, but just how much it's been like, the way words,
Words.
people are like, yeah, because Wagner and Russia have been like working together to bully Ukraine for the last, you know, couple years or so, and then internal feud goes internal feud, Lamau.
Funny war gober.
Yeah. The other thing is, if you're not familiar, Putin's preferred way of plausibly, deniably getting rid of political opponents has been to throw them out of windows.
Huh. Metaphorical.
Prigozhin fell longer and farther than any of them. Hell,
course.
he fell farther and faster than the ruble, which is a feat unto itself. Because the Russian currency is still in the shit.
Who would have thought?
At present, the Russian ruble is trading at 1 ruble to 1 US cent.
Jeez.
Which is actually,
Pretty
I
convenient.
think when I
You
checked,
have a euro, you have 100 rubles.
it has been trending down the last few days, though it's not at its lowest rate ever. Is it? I don't know. Actually, this is out of date data that I'm looking at, I think. Or is it? I don't know. It's the difference is very small. It's been hovering pretty stable at about 1 US cent for the last few weeks. Earlier, it was up at 1.1 cents, so it's still trending down overall. For context, Robux to US dollars
Robux.
is
Yeah, Robux.
is the current exchange is 1 Robux is equal to 1 cent. So the Russian ruble is worth as much as a Robux. Which means it's actually doing better than it used to be, because I know it used to be worse than Robux.
The Robux.
Congratulations, you're doing better than a video game.
Russia might as well just go play Roblox Simulator for the rest of their life and want to be financially stable.
And this, ladies and
Yeah, so I'm
gentlemen,
pretty sure Roblox is blocked in Russia.
Because they are in Roblox. Holy shit, we've got it now.
The other thing I wanted to mention about just the Russian economy being so shit is apparently on the Russian server for World of Warships is holding a promotion where you can win actual cans of fish, like food. They're doing a giveaway for food in a video game, like real food. Yeah,
Wait, what's
it's
this?
Supplies, play the game.
but my economy is not in the shit, people, when the video game company's handing out food as a promotional item. Sucks
Ladies-
to suck.
ladies and gentlemen, this is why I have Meep on my streams. He just talk the most fucking factual fucking shit in the funniest way possible.
This man is politics, the funny version.
Exactly, dude.
He actually makes politics fun.
Speaking of politics,
This is only the second week that I'm here already enjoying my time.
Meep, the mugshot.
This- Ah, yes. Speaking of politics, the funny version.
Take the funny version, the mugshot.
Yeah, Donald Trump got indicted for the 4th time, totaling 69 charges, between all 4 of them.
Damn.
Haha,
nice.
funny number.
Damn.
Yeah.
They made
And
politics
this
the
time he
funny
got his
version
mugshot
themselves.
taken. Yeah, this time he got his mugshot taken. Now, where is it?
Yeah,
My mother actually. My mother
swear,
found
Trump is-
something relevant to this. Here it is. Related to the pose Mr. Orange Man took during the mugshot. He was basically doing what is known as the Kubrick stare, which is
Honestly,
one
this
of
looks like
Stanley
He's in The
Kubrick,
Rock.
who I think is a director, his most recognized, most recognizable directorial technique, a method of shot composition where a character stares at the camera with a forward tilt to convey to the audience that the character in question is at the peak of their derangement.
Of course.
Somehow I still doubt that, you know?
Yeah, I don't think you can go any
I-
crazier.
But he did it on purpose for that.
But I think every time
but-
you show the mugshot on TV, there needs to be a vine boom sound effect. That motherfucker is doing the absolute
the
best
memes
rock
coming
impression
from
he
that
can.
and
Oh, yeah.
everyone else related to it has been pretty significant from both sides of politics. Actually, I've seen some memes from the pro-Trump crowd about it,
Mhm.
as well as the anti-Trump crowd. I've personally found a lot of the anti-Trump ones funnier, but that's just because hot take: authoritarians are cringe.
Yeah, real hot take right there.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is kind of a hot take these days. Where is this? There's another one related to it, I think. Oh, here it is. Now, the thing is this is the, it's in Georgia. Now,
Mhm.
there have been several things to occur in Georgia over the years. Notably, it was, in Georgia where a lot of the American Civil War Confederacy leaders surrendered. That's where it ended. The American Civil War ended in Georgia. So there have been memes related to people on the right calling for that again from the same part of the country. Like, really? Really, guys? The other thing that I've seen is from the other side of the aisle, is the same courthouse that Trump surrendered in is one of the places American civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. got arrested. And there was the inevitable "they're only following orders" meme, which is quite the sus stuff actually, because that was speaking of Nuremberg again. That was basically everyone's Nuremberg trial defense. Is I was just following orders.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I like to point out there was only one person on trial at the Nuremberg trials who wasn't convicted.
What?
I guess they were doing their job right.
Well, no,
They
it
were
was
following the orders well.
wasn't doing their job. Oh, yeah, there's the Trump mugshot that Jimmy. I just saw Jimmy
that'd be a good idea to have it
Yeah.
on the stream.
Yeah. On
No,
top of the Nuremberg trials.
just hide it behind the gameplay. And make it make it like slightly opaque so that everyone is like questioning if they're hallucinating from there or not.
I don't think I can make it half opaque, but I can do that.
Put a filter. No, put a filter. You can go to. You can click it and go to. I think that there's a settings menu for it, like a filter. No, that's a filter setting. I think, and I think you can make it opaque off of that.
Not on OBS.
I'm gonna
I
try-
have a
I'm gonna
funny
try
idea
it,
that I'm
hold
gonna
on.
do with that in a bit. But to just finish off the tangent though, the one guy who was acquitted at the Nuremberg trials was a guy who basically got tied into it, and then he realized, oh shit, the Nazis are horrible people. But he was like too far into like just leave at that point, so he basically used his position to basically subvert as much as he could with the Holocaust related stuff, and basically a bunch of Holocaust survivors came to their. He's like, no, 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 this guy was protecting us. He's fine. He's chill.
You mean Schindler?
And I don't know. I don't know the names off the top of my head.
Because there is a movie called Schindler's List about something like that. Like a man putting Jews on a list to like try to save them.
Maybe. Anyway. Yeah. There's something like that. Let's see. Idea box.
Oh yeah.
It's
Not like saying this from here, but we could. Bold and I could rant about the current state of a certain MOBA.
Ah, yes.
I'll let you start off.
Alright. Oh, gosh. Where do I start with probably one of the biggest issues that I find?
We're talking about Pokemon Unite, by
I'm
the
gonna
way.
be honest. No offense to players who like the jungle. Yes, just for context before we go any further. But like,
Hi, me.
good
Yes, I am a
junglers, I have
jungler.
seen a few good junglers, like Jim. I've seen a good junglers, like you. But holy shit, do I've seen some people who just don't know how the jungle works, and even if they play jungle, they do it wrong. It's awful. I hate it.
That is a personal gripe. A gripe in general right now with Pokemon Unite is what I like to call the new kid syndrome. The new kid syndrome is a thing that happens only in fighting games. And in like a lot of games like with new characters and such. New character arrives, is busted as shit, people complain about it, character gets nerfed, and the cycle begins. Currently, we're having this issue with a certain Gen 1 legendary Pokemon that can Mega Evolve. Mewtwo. It first began with Mega Mewtwo X, now it's Mega Mewtwo Y, and the problem is, it's not only it, it's the combination of Mega Mewtwo Y and Chansey who's ruining Unite. This turn of like a attacker and, or all-rounder and a supporter being overpowered as shit started all the way back in like what, season 8? 9? When was Sasha released?
I don't know.
Around there. Because Sasha and Comfey were such an overpowered combination that every team that wanted to win, every 5-star that wanted to win, needed a Sasha and Comfey combo. It was absolutely fucking stupid.
Yeah, well.
And like,
Wait, Jim, I think I found a way to do it for you.
I think it's also funny that like Trump is just peeking one eye out of the game.
Yeah, but no. Look, I did it with the Xion image, but you can do Luma key the thing. So you, instead of having like the default image, just kind of like do this, the cursive like that.
The fuck?
If you can't see it, and then you just have it like that, basically. Yeah. Have like a black and white version of the image, which would be pretty funny. But I think you can also do. Hold on, let me mince smooth. Hold on, if I can fucking thank you. Like that. You're talking it.
Did you see I just put it on images, Jimmy?
Yes, I've seen it myself as well already. Oh
God. Do I want to know?
Yes! Yes, you do.
God fucking damn it.
Just
Maybe-
don't put any corner next to me, that would be awful.
Maybe
Oh,
after
no.
stream, because it is wildly complicated for me, and I am my brain isn't working properly.
Oh, ads, by the way.
Yes, I know. It does tell me both OBS and Twitch do tell me when there's ads.
Okay,
But yeah,
that's fine.
at one point, it got to the point where I was just like, I cannot do solo climb again. I can't. Because this game punishes solo queue climbers. So many times, I felt like I had to carry a team so hard that I just got absolutely fucking manhandled. And that just made it worse. So that I'm like, okay, Bolt, since I know you play United, you also like to climb rank, Do you want to help me out?
Yes.
And we climb rank together. And he was like, yes. And we started climbing
Yes.
rank together. And even then, there's... you
I
know?
think that really this just puts it lightly. There's just so many things we have seen where we just
We're like, why the fuck are you
had
playing
to
the
ask
game?
multiple times, what in the world
Just
are you
remember,
doing?
teammates are just enemies in green.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
Teammates are enemies.
Absolutely.
I guess teammates in purple, but tomato tomato.
Yeah.
So
I don't know
enemies
the
without
Pokemon
friendly
colors.
fire.
Which, by the way, speaking of, we were talking to someone else, so maybe we get a third team member, and we instead of climb as a duo, we climb as a trio. That is a friend of Octo, the Mozzarella Man.
What?
Mozza. The Mozzarella.
I was a big mom pop. Searching
Whatever.
far and wide for that joke, dude, too.
He was like, oh, okay then. He is Mozzarella.
I was so confused.
I mean, he is Italian.
If he heard that, he would probably also not get the joke.
No, he got it. When I
Ah,
told him,
okay.
I'm calling you now Mozzarella now, he's like, ah, okay. Steve.
He was probably just like, I got it.
But yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So, Kid was telling me when I, by the way, couple of things extra on the 24-hour stream. I went to sleep around 1 in the morning and left Kane and Andy on VC talking. And around 3 a.m., I woke up because there was a a very loud storm outside. So I had to close the windows and take a look and see if the cats in the basement were okay. And then Kid, as he told me when I got up at 9 a.m., he's like, something funny happened while you were asleep. In one of the moments, your car, trying to pass over another car, just fucking spun. The guy driver just spun the car. I'm like, ah. Lol. Spew.
You spin me right round like a record, baby.
So-
round, 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 round.
With those
I don't think I
things,
sung that song right, but who cares?
in the end, I'm going to tell you all approximately the what happened. I'm going to tell you the one on Saturday, not the Sunday stats, because Sunday stats are also including this one, this stream. Bye bye, Kid. Please have lunch and please rest. For all that's
Lunch?
he's gonna go eat.
Bitch, it's 7 p.m.
He's gonna go
What do you
eat
mean
something.
lunch? Well, I assume it's dinner, not lunch.
Yeah. So,
7 p.m.
actually, it was actually divided. So, Saturday, September 2nd, from 12:05 p.m. to 10:06 a.m. on Sunday, 22 hours and 1 minute stream, an average of 4 viewers, maximum of 12, 110 unique viewers,
Oh yeah.
25 unique chat, like people talking in
I
chat.
think it's more of that though.
No, this is like the like first part. 25 unique
Okay.
participants, 318 visualizations, and 7 followers. And then on
Yeah.
the second part, it was an extra
Wait,
4
what?
hours and 45 minutes, 4 viewers per average, a maximum of 9.
Wait, hold on. Did you had a? Hold on. Let me see your views.
My OBS
right
my
now.
OBS crashed at 10 a.m. and 10:36 a.m. So we
Yeah,
I
I'm looking at your channel and you have like your. Yeah, huh? The fuck? I felt like live views would immediately like translate to your total views the next day, like as soon as it's uploaded, like the next day. But you have like 150 views after your VOD went live, basically.
damn.
Yeah, your second part has 150 right now, and your third part is 85.
Yeah, I mean the third
And
part
your
is like
first
me
is
when
like-
I'm doing
No.
me doing the EP.
Let
So
me see. Your first part has 87. Yeah.
on today, Sunday 3rd, from 10:36 to 3:21, which is when I finished the race, got the money, got the F1 car, and went raiding. An extra 4 hours and I thought it was
Oh.
55. I guess it's 45 minutes. So I guess it's 26 hours and 46 minutes.
Anina.
Hi, Mina.
Oh, I mean,
Hello, Mina.
Woman has entered.
Oh wait, then this means that this needs copy
Oh,
Someone else has
God,
joined the
then
room.
I have to.
paste.
God,
The Roomba
I just like
the
now
Roomba's
realized it.
full.
Everybody's-
I've been looking at Twitch views the wrong way for like half a year, bro.
Well, more you know.
I
So,
thought like the live views would immediately translate to your views on the fucking VOD the next time, but I guess the views on the VOD are separate from your live views, which is fucking crazy. In that, if you think about it like that.
yeah, it looks like it. So, the second, quote-unquote, second part of the stream on Sunday, even though it's for the fourth one, the last 4 hours, was 4 hours and 45 minutes extra, a average of 4, a maximum of 9, 35 unique viewers, 7 unique, like, people talking in chat, and 65 live views.
Nice.
This was wild. I went from having
Almost.
I went from having 140 to 146 because I lost two followers and I gained like 8 or 7. Because I started at 140, I dropped to 139, then I climbed all the way back up to 147 and then went back to 146.
Goddamn. Well, at least you have a new record now. Like you can say your highest is
Record.
147.
This is going to probably be the longest stream I will ever do in my life.
Don't jinx it.
Not again.
Don't jinx it.
I mean,
Don't say
it
that.
might
Don't
it
say
might
that.
be, but I don't really think I'm gonna get that much bigger because who the fuck would want to watch this fucking dumbass?
Well, you never know. I didn't think so either. So, 6 people are right now. So.
Yeah, well. Anyway, hello Mina.
Yes. I mean, I see you are kicking me in the head, basically.
Her legs are hidden by your.
Her legs are just on my shoulders.
It could be that.
Riding the Absol like it's the Pokemon manga.
I am the arm and footrest, basically, of the Roomba.
I'm just headbutting you. Whoever's in the
Yes.
middle,
Why
I
not
just
look ahead
headbutt them.
to see who's entering the
Yeah.
home.
I can actually move you here. Just have you looking, since that part of the screen is in black. But yeah,
I guess you could just. Yeah, I'm just watching who comes in. That's. Alright, guess I'm not anymore. I guess I'm just watching the game. I guess.
So, Mina had something to... Yeah, the Twitter thing. Well, X, I guess.
We're
Mina?
just gonna call it Twitter.
Okay, yeah, let's just call it Twitter.
It's Twitter.
Everyone agree? We call it Twitter?
Twitter.
It's Twitter.
Perfect. Mina, go ahead.
Yeah, honestly, X sounds like a website you'd have to like search on incognito as my grandfather. If someone, if a child looks for Twitter,
gosh.
he has to type in X, and accidentally types it a bit too many
Could you
times.
imagine
I
someone
think he
just
just
typing in
will get
EGGS?
traumatized immediately.
Kid!
It's like X, right? Could you imagine someone just typing in EGGS?
Oh, God.
All I have is just repeat Gulpins and Caterpie. No, this is not a yippee. I have all these Pokemon already.
In what?
This is not a yippee moment.
Here's switch.
Certified
Bunch of
not.
Caterpie, Psyduck, a Chikorita, and a Gulpin, which I have already.
Oh, in Pokemon Sleep, I assume.
It's gonna
Yeah,
make the
I
joke.
literally
It's gonna make the
just
joke.
I did not hear you. I'm
Pokemon go
so
home
sorry.
and sleep.
I'm so sorry. I mean, I could not hear you.
Yeah. I actually use sleep.
I actually also legitimately use sleep. Like,
I
I'm
sleep.
I'm forcing myself to get a better sleep schedule because of Pokemon Sleep.
Of course, it gives me another
That's
Caterpie.
actually really good that you use it to force yourself in a good rhythm. That's actually good.
Yeah. The problem is when I wake up, my phone's kind of hot.
Yeah,
I don't
think
need
it
sleep,
crashes
I need
way too
Pokemon.
often.
I just leave. I have a fan on in my room. I leave the phone near there.
But
It's
it's
not
still
as
hot.
hot.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's warm. It's not hot. It's warm.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, it's like, oh, it's kind of hot. But yeah, Twitter,
It's not like, oh, that's hot.
yeah.
Ah.
Ah,
Anyway,
that's
Elon Musk
Guys.
says that yet again, Twitter will stop letting you block users
Bruh.
because he had a temper tantrum back in August.
He's still trying to do that?
I don't know if
Yep,
he's
what
still
the
trying
fuck?
to do that, but this is what I wanted to talk about last time. But we spent the entire time
talking about Pokemans.
talking about our favorite
Reasonable.
Pokemon.
Fair enough. Honestly, good trade.
So basically, Elon got butthurt that he realized how many people actually have him blocked, and now he's trying to get rid of the block function.
He really is just that special, spoiled, nerdy kid, isn't he?
Yes.
Like the insufferable nerdy kid that will try to info dump without asking if that's okay. Will try to make you feel stupid, but in reality, once you actually learn the subject, you realize he has
He has no
He's
fucking
right
clue
at
what
the
the
top
fuck
of the Dunning-Kruger curve.
People were right, you know. He wasn't the most for buying Twitter when it's totally free on the App Store. This motherfucker bought Twitter and started doing shit nobody liked.
Yep, I think it just makes sense to say that he just doesn't understand why there was a block feature in the first place. It's obvious. But no, that's not good.
It's so we don't need to listen to Elon Musk.
Channel on fucking Twitter, bro.
I'm going to read a part of the article here. It says,
Oh boy.
Elon Musk says that Twitter, I'm not going to read next, block feature is on the chopping block, repeating his long-standing gripe against the basic social networking feature. Block is going to be deleted as a feature, except for DMs. Block said in an Twitter reply on Friday. Followed up with another post, it makes no sense.
What?
Musk has made his feelings about blocking known in the past months. In June, he said that Twitter should remove blocking in favor of a stronger form of mute. He complained about large block lists and a mass blocking campaign against users who subscribe to Twitter Blue, but he also had a long history of premises that are delayed or never implemented, promising the block feature might be a particularly unpopular change. Multiple people noticed Apple and Google both include language that suggests social networking apps need a block feature. Google Play developers must provide an in-app system for blocking user-generated content and users, and iOS developers must provide the ability to block abusive users from the service. While Apple's language here seems ambiguous about whether users should have a block feature, one publicly posted iOS rejection message flatly says that users need a mechanism to block abusive users. Musk has no particular respect for following the rules, but he's backed off picking direct fights with Apple in the past. So literally, if he got rid of the block feature, he could not have the mobile app anymore.
Bro, what? Someone needs to make Twitter too. We didn't know we needed a
Tumblr.
sequel until fucking.
No, not Tumblr.
Not Tumblr. No. Do not let the children.
My garbage fire. Tumblr is my
Let
garbage
the
fire.
children on there. Protect the children.
Do you realize how few groomers there actually are on Tumblr? I think the only child.
No, all the groomers are on Roblox.
All the groomers are on 4chan, bro. What the fuck are you
The
talking
only
about?
child I've ever read of being in danger on Tumblr was the child slave by Six Pets.
Still, don't let the children on Tumblr.
There's literally no children on Tumblr. That's the best part of Tumblr. You can't have influencers grow on Tumblr. So there's no icy hot take that you could just never see again.
So, I don't know if I talked about this, but, are we, by the way, Book, are we done with the rant about Pokemon Unite? Or do you want to say anything
I
else
feel
about
like there are a few more things that I can rant about regarding the whole jungler issue, because we only talked about the new kid syndrome, but I think the jungler issue has
The jungler issue has always been a thing, and it's just kind of...
discussed, because that is just, I've seen... Yeah, it's kind of what? You cut off for me.
It's kind of cringe. Also, for an explanation, Mina, Bolt and I regularly climb Pokemon Unite ladder to Master Rank each season that happens. So we've seen the worst that this game can give us.
Like, in the VOD of this one, you can see one point that was brought up with the whole new kid syndrome, but one other thing that I have to mention is how jungler is being played, and one old small thing. Like, I get that people sometimes don't want to call lane, but in a team-oriented game, I think it's really important to do that. Otherwise, you have no idea
Yeah,
how to adjust
exactly,
to set
yeah.
teammates. That's just a small issue. When I see someone called jungle, I sometimes just see them take one of the two starting lane jungles, and then they start to go into the jungle. I'm like, why are you doing that? You're supposed to go into the jungle right away. Don't take the lane farm, or you're
And
going
I've
to hinder that lane specifically.
That
It's
sounds
not
like
helping.
a you problem, bro. I'm boosting my own stats.
no, okay, me. Do you want to know what I do when they do that? I immediately follow them into a jungle and take their middle jungle buff, and I leave.
And then they'll report you for being bad and taking their stuff.
And they don't, but I do that. Both has generally seen me do that. Each time a jungle
Yep.
takes from my lane, I immediately follow them to the jungle and take their Shatu or their whatever it is
Yep.
first thing on
Yep, he
spawn.
does.
Because I know how, yeah, the jungler needs to have higher levels, but at the same time, jungle, if you do jungle correctly, you always end up at level 5, which is a decent level. It always gives you one of the newer moves, and you always have enough time to go help whatever lane's in danger. I play jungle. My main is a jungler main. It's Absol. And just seeing all these people go take one of the lane buffs, especially like stealing them, not like taking them, just like follow you to go into the, and then just take your lane and
Manifest destiny.
is absolutely fucking bullshit. Same thing with the people the junglers that decide, I'm just gonna focus on one lane, fuck you guys. I know it has happened to me, I know I have done that before, mostly because, usually happens is, okay, I go back to my jungle and I realize, fuck, this lane's doing good, but this one is still absolute garbage, I need to go help them. And then suddenly the bottom lane just gets invaded by like 4 people. I'm like, fuck it, damn it. So yeah, I use Unite as a measurement to release my anger and my rage that builds up throughout time. Both can know this. Both knows this that I get really
Yes.
angry sometimes on Unite,
Yeah.
and that's how I can stay chill, stay cool, and other things because the rage game for me is Pokemon Unite. So now that we're done with Unite, right?
We're done with
Anyone want to ask anything?
Sorry,
Because-
League of Legends.
But I think, yeah, I think in general in team games, I think it's a good idea to not only like have more learning opportunities to know what you're doing, because there's in any sort of team game, like not even just Unite, but well, LOL is also, of course, I mean, duh. But like team games like Overwatch, Paladins, even Valorant for that matter, I think they should.
CS:GO.
Overwatch is dead.
Yeah, true. But in
Overwatch
just
is
in general,
dead.
I
The developers
think.
killed it.
But I think the game in general, or at least the developer, should help you in some sort of way explaining why a certain character is good in a certain position. Because you can like assign a bunch of roles to a bunch of characters and then refuse to elaborate and then leave, you know?
You know what
But
that sounds like to Blizzard? That sounds like an excellent microtransaction.
Exactly, that just sounds like a paid DLC option. But that's what I'm saying, like
Tutorial.
like people like playing. I had so many times in Paladins where I played Paladins like actually in ranked and stuff for a while, and like the excruciating amount of people in ranked who did not know what the fuck they were doing, like playing healers as damage characters and then not having a second healer, for example. That's so fucking crucial and annoying, and you just lose rank points off that because people do not get educated well before going into rank. Because the only requirement is that you have at least 15 champions and be at least level 30, which is like 100 games or something, give or take, basically. And then some of the champions cost like jack shit, or you can even buy them for like 15 euros basically to have all of them and all
Yeah,
the
I-
future
I-
ones unlocked. And that's your only requirement to get into
Yep,
ranked.
I played it myself. I think
Yeah.
the one that falls under playing healers as damage would be Ceres, because of some of the abilities that she
There
has.
is Yang Furia is also one who gets played as damage a lot. At least when I
It
played.
says to join the Unite team, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea. Also, we can't have four people. We would need a fifth one.
Discord moment.
We can't do
Yeah.
4 people teams. We need the fifth. We
It's
need a
either
fifth team
single,
member.
double, trio, or 5 stack. It's 4 players cannot be done.
Also,
I mean, yeah.
but yeah, both like I don't usually I never played League of Legends in my life. Like the first MOBA I played was Unite, and it's
Good, keep it that way.
and it was for me generally Unite was a good beginner friendly like game to start. How to learn a MOBA. Thing is, I just feel like people don't fucking understand half the time. Or just choose not to understand that some things are done this way. Like I don't know if he's in chat. If he is, I'm sorry. But a friend of ours, a friend of mine and Kane's, Andy, we decided to play Unite one day. Play a couple casual games, and for some reason he wasn't doing the best, and I was just helping the other lane out. And something that I just hate with a passion, and Bold knows this, because I do this on purpose if this happens to me. If someone takes from my jungle, I'm not going to have that lane.
Yes.
Because if you're that desperate to take the experience that the jungle needs to help you, that means that you do not deserve this help. Because you're doing...
Yep.
And it's like, Kane then came at me like screaming, telling me like, you should have worded it that way. I'm like, I don't have time to get to like wording it if he's already trying to take my jungle buff. I'm just going to be directly like, if you take it, I'm not helping you. He didn't take it. I took the jungle and I went to help him.
Right.
I think that's
I
everything.
do hope that at the end, yeah, I figured like at the end of the game you could try to explain like why it's not a good idea because
He
as
loved
you
the
said,
call.
it's just not a good idea to take the jungle from your jungler when they still are trying to get experience because they are supposed
Why
to be the ones
didn't you
to
explain
apply
it to me
pressure
in
on the
detail?
opposing
I
side.
don't have time to write 10 paragraphs in the middle of a firefight.
Exactly. Thank you. Exactly.
Yep.
So, moving on from, ranting about things, I want to celebrate something. A few weeks back, actually I think it was last week, you guys might have seen me staying up until ludicrous hours, 4 a.m., because I was doing commentary for a couple of tournaments. Revival of Smash 3DS was a series of 2 tournaments hosted last week by the Smash 3DS online community, and that is a community that I hold dear to my heart because it was the first competitive community I joined when I was I was a bit of the downside. I didn't really do much, if anything. And it was, the first step into joining Ultimate Competitive when I got the Switch, doing Mario Kart speedrunning and Mario Kart time trials, getting a little bit, knowing more about Pokemon competitive as well, Smash competitive, everything about that. And so I, a week or two before that, the TO packed it. He asked me, hey, do you want to join this tournament? I'm like, I can't join it because I don't have the game, but tell me when it is, and I'll be there to commentate. And I was literally the only person doing commentary. The only person that wasn't also playing.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Because the other people were, doing commentary and playing their rounds. And I was like, okay, well, I know I have to focus. And I had to stay. The first day, the bigger tournament on Saturday, I had to stay until 4:30 in the morning commentating. Because no American people did a sub out for us 2 European people. Because both of the people that were doing commentary were Brit and a Spaniard. And literally the next day I said, please, can we get any American people to sub us out around 1 or 2 a.m. Because we're going to be extremely tired and the commentary is not going to be, as good. And they were like, yeah, we'll try it. I ended up staying until 3 a.m. doing commentary. Good thing is, we were divided into VCs, so I had another person doing commentary on another side of bracket, and then I joined his side for the finals. But yeah, it was for sure an experience, and I am very grateful that they gave me the chance to do this because, as I said, the Smash 3DS community was the first competitive game community that I joined. And I spent time learning the game for. I dabbled a little bit in competitive Pokemon back in Gen 7, but not as much as happened with Smash 3DS. So shoutouts to Pact, shoutouts to their winning, shoutouts to Genos, shoutouts to everyone in the Smash 3DS community for making such an amazing tournament and having me there. I'm super grateful that they had me there. What do we want? Oh yeah. Anyone have anything right now at the top of their head that they want to talk about?
Nope, not all I can think of.
I'm just playing Big Run right now with Alex.
Uh,
Send help.
Meat.
Soon.
Yes.
The moon.
What about the moon?
In this moon
Didn't you
mission.
talk about the moon?
Oh right, India landed on the moon. They landed a probe on the moon. They landed a rover on the moon.
Oh, that's cool.
After Russia crashed into the moon earlier in the week because they suck. Common Russian
Throwing the
hell.
shade again, huh?
Dude,
Yes.
every excuse is just you don't
Look, Russia is being a big asshole, so I do not feel bad about throwing them all of the shade.
Yeah.
Mina. Okay, I guess that's all
Because
you
hot
wanted to
take,
explain.
invading your neighbors is cringe.
Yeah. I
No,
agree.
no. I can say more on it. More than
Okay.
just shitting on Russia again.
Okay.
So India, again. India launched a probe to the moon to land on the moon and deploy a rover. They did this successfully, becoming the 4th country to ever successfully accomplish a soft landing on the moon.
Okay, I assume the first one was either America
The
or
other
the
three being-
URSS.
We're gonna talk about the hard landings.
I think the Russians did it first, then the Americans, and then the Chinese.
Ah, China.
And now India.
Of course.
Yeah, of course it's China.
China. Points at the top right of the screen.
China.
Look above right of the screen.
Yes,
Every time
exactly.
I look at the top right, I feel like he's just judging me.
Yes.
I'm making direct eye contact with him,
Perfect. So Mina,
He does.
and he is looking at me through the screen. he knows what I'm doing.
you're not
absolutely
voting
talks
for
shit
him.
about
To my
Macaulay
webcam.
Culkin. You know he absolutely talked shit about Macaulay Culkin while they were on the set of Home Alone too.
Ooh, yeah, no, definitely. Why wouldn't he? It's Trump.
it's Speech Man.
How many people from Home Alone 2 have been arrested now?
I believe Macaulay Culkin himself, Donald Trump, and then I can't remember who else.
I mean, the burglars.
But it's weird that it's
haven't,
happened at least
but
twice.
We mean in real life.
Yeah, but still, I mean, yeah, I know. I'm not that
Stupid.
Don't worry. I'm just saying, like, it would be funny if the burglars actually got arrested IRL for doing some dumb
burglary.
shit. That would just be hilarious, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean-
And they would just do it for the funny.
See, I can't remember the actors' names.
I have no clue either. I don't know. I don't know
Mina,
movies.
you too.
Hold on, I nearly forgot. I completely forgot to mention what the hell India
Oh,
was actually trying to accomplish with its moon mission. It was sort of. Partially to say they could do it, partially, blah blah blah. But also, it is one of the ongoing, global lunar surveys. They landed at near the lunar South Pole because they are looking for, I think it's water ice. They're specifically looking for good sources of
Yeah.
and oxygen, all that stuff, because one of the things that'll probably happen, hopefully before the end of the century, is some form of lunar base thing.
ah.
Yeah.
Because if you're not familiar with physics, it is much easier
Physics.
to launch something into space if gravity is lower. And it turns out the moon has less gravity than the Earth.
Mind blowing, I know. No.
Oh
so
my
it would be-
god.
An excellent forward operating position to launch rockets into the outer solar system to do things like go to Mars. Plus, the moon also doesn't have a bunch of pesky stuff like atmosphere, a huge orbital debris field,
France.
France. Yes, the moon does not have France.
It's time you. Each time I just EU people just shit on
Fuck the
France.
French, let's go.
Another thing with the moon. Yes. Another thing with the moon that is very nice is one thing I'm pretty sure has been confirmed is the moon has a fairly decent renewable quantity of helium-3. Now, if you're not familiar with what helium-3 is an isotope of helium that has an atomic mass of 3 instead of 4. And it is useful because it is theorized to be, or maybe it just is, I'm not certain exactly where the technology is on it, on being a important fuel for nuclear fusion.
Ah.
Which is a technology that has begun to potentially work. So, yeah. That means good power on the
It's a
moon.
little bit concerned me
Yeah,
because it's gonna get used for the wrong side, you know.
No, it's nuclear fusion.
It's not the same thing.
Nuclear
Alright,
fusion is
then.
very safe. Yeah, it's not nuclear fission. The nuclear fusion reactors can't be used to make atomic bomb materials.
Well, that's good then.
It is a completely different technology. The other thing reason that's useful is, are you familiar with how long a day is on the moon?
Not a lot.
I'll give you a hint. The same side of the moon is always facing the Earth.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think I
So,
get
like,
what
the
you're
day on the
talking about,
moon
yeah.
is the month long. Which means...
yeah, of course, duh.
Yeah. Which means solar, despite there being no atmosphere, so solar can work much better. Also, solar needs to have enough batteries to last half a month.
This might be a bit of a problem.
Having nuclear fusion with readily available fuel you can just gather there is useful. Because the other thing is, obviously, the moon doesn't have any fossil fuels on it. So there's nothing you can't just mine there. It's basically your options are solar or nuclear power on the moon. Or batteries.
Oh, batteries.
Batteries?
So,
Well, actually, in theory... No, that wouldn't be a energy positive exchange, never mind.
So,
What were you gonna say to me?
Mina,
Yes.
YouTube copyright school.
Yes, UT Copyright School. So, back in about March of 2022. No, was it? No, it was November of 2022. I was still in university, and I was doing this project for my film school, or for my film class. And I compared Grave of the Fireflies to Bicycle Thieves, because they're both set either during or post World War II, and how different the children are treated, and yet, comparing and contrasting. And I had it unlisted. Nobody else could see it. I just wanted to send it directly to my professor because the file itself was too meaty.
Yes.
I got a what's it called?
Copyright claim?
Copyright claim. Yeah, I got claimed by Studio Ghibli. So they hid the film or the video. Nobody else could see it unless I directly gave them a link. So I did that. And after I'm like, well, I credited everything. I didn't claim anything. Plus what they claimed is the music background I used. And I'm clearly talking over the music, so the attraction isn't the music. And you can hear this song on YouTube, which is where I got it from, and in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And so I tried to dispute it, saying that it's fair use, and then Studio Ghibli copyright claimed the video. taken down
That's
completely off
one
the
way.
internet.
Just saying that real quick.
And so I got a copyright strike off of that,
That
and it was my first copyright strike ever. So YouTube said, in order to keep posting and get rid of this copyright strike in November, we're gonna need to send you to copyright school. And all copyright school is a Happy Tree Friends episode. I can't remember which characters. I know that Lumpy is in it as the quote-unquote artist that created that is the original creator of stuff, and somebody else is trying to make money based off of it. So they said the lip syncs not admissible without the permission of the original creator. And they just had me watch a Happy Tree Friends episode. I had to take a pop quiz immediately after, and they let me go.
Damn.
that's interesting to say the
Right.
least.
And it's like, wow, this did nothing for me. It doesn't actually address the issue of what if they don't understand what fair use is.
Fair use is fairly useless.
Yes.
It is.
True.
Also, copyright extending more than 74 years. Because, for whatever reason, the government counts companies as people.
Bruh.
Well, no. You know what it is? Because what it is? All these companies, politely asked, with absolutely no exchange of goods or services, the government to allow them to make more money by extending copyright.
As you can
Keep-
tell, we're
keep
all
in
suffering
mind-
from it.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, copyright was originally invented to help like authors like write
But now
stuff
you
and
can't even-
not just
Now,
immediately
not
get
even
their
authors
stuff
Yeah,
stolen.
true.
Nowadays, authors can immediately get their stuff stolen. And it's kind of whack.
Yep.
So
That's the internet.
yeah, welcome to the internet. So a kid,
Welcome to the internet.
yeah, kid is kind of.
Yep, that's what I was thinking of as well.
Yeah, everyone just thinks of that song.
I think
and
everyone
as
thinks
soon as
of
they
that
ever-
song. But yeah, kid was kind of wanting to have me talk about a summary of the 24-hour series, even though nothing much happened. But like mostly, what we did was
You drove in a circle for 24 hours.
I mean, not in a circle. I drove in a track the shape of a chicken nugget because the Nürburgring just is shaped like a chicken nugget. You cannot tell me otherwise.
Chicken nugget racetrack. Let's
Later
go.
on the ground.
No,
But yeah.
Anyway, as you were saying,
So there were 3 fastest laps that I did. One was a 6-minute 33, which was in the afternoon. One was soon before I went to sleep, which was a 6-minute 30. And this entire time, I wanted to try and do a 6-minute 29-second lap. Okay, lap 206 out of 210. I got a 6:29.546.
Damn.
On
We
the
did it
fourth
as
to
well.
last lap, like I just like I popped off, and kid was like, my poor ears, because of how loud I popped off. So the
I can
stats.
only guess why.
Wake up, Jimmy popped off.
So basically, we probably like the car pitted around 20 times, approximately, and I was nearly more than 20. I was thinking 19 laps ahead of second place by the end of the race, because I did 210 laps. Second place did 191. So 19 laps of difference between first and second. Usually, like, there were a couple of sections that I did struggle on, but in general, like, the more I drove the car, the more I understood the car, and the better I got at driving that car through the Nürburgring. Also, the Nürburgring is tough as hell, so it's a good track to learn how to drive a car, because it's rough, dude. It's super bumpy, and your tires do not like it. But yeah, in general, it's just like okay. I just when I was tired, when my neck was hurting, or when I went to sleep, I would just pop in the B-Spec driver and I would do other things. There were two times in the night that I was, there was once that I got woken up. There was a big storm. I didn't tell Mina, well, Mina didn't hear this before, but there was a big storm at 3:15 in the morning or so. I woke up, I closed the window, and I'm like, hi Chad, I'm awake because of a big storm, blah blah blah. Kane was still in VC. He was the only one in VC at that time. Oh yeah, we'll get to that. But since Kid had been, since the beginning of the stream, awoken, mind you, Kid is Dutch, same as Bolt and same as Octo. So this fucking kid.
Yeah.
Like me?
Yeah, both of you are Dutch, aren't you?
Only deserved.
Well, what?
Yeah,
then.
I'm Dutch. Well, yeah.
Aren't you Dutch, Bolt?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm not gaslighting myself.
Organisatie is real.
Yes.
Mierda, están empezando a hablar en...
They come
Dutch.
from the land 3 feet above sea level.
Yeah.
Mira, ayuda, no están hablando en inglés.
Jokes on you, I live in the highest part of the Netherlands.
But yeah,
Also 5
When-
feet
if
above
the
sea level.
dikes break through. Yeah, if the
So-
dikes break through, I am safe.
because of that, I decided to give Kid his own role. The 24-hour endurance go. Because I was like, I think he kind of deserves it because he was here the entire fucking stream. Even though I told him
Oh, yeah, I
several
can see now,
times
yeah.
at the end of the stream, at the start of this one, he should go the fuck to sleep because he's nearly been awoken up for 48 hours, and that's not good. But yeah, so, who wants to go
That's
first?
no
For
Mina?
context, by the way, of how... Hold on.
Yes?
I'd like to interject.
Okay.
For context of just how freaking flat the Netherlands are. The average elevation in the Netherlands is 30 meters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Average
But then
elevation
Limburg exists,
Florida.
where there's
Florida.
so many uphills you will want to kill yourself on a normal bike.
Feet 2 meters.
Because genuinely, when I want to go from the main city to my home, I have to cycle up like
Yeah.
4 fucking mountains.
The
basically,
Netherlands has the
before I'm
same
home.
average elevation as Florida.
Well, at the very least, there's one thing that we use. Oh, should we be supposed to be scared of the water? Nah, we just harness our
Oh, fuck
enemy.
the water.
We just
have
harness
rain
our
all the
enemy.
time. Who cares?
The other thing that's interesting is their difference to whenever a storm comes through. The Netherlands just like doesn't get hurt by the storm because they have the infrastructure for it. Florida just rebuilds all their
Yeah,
infrastructure.
we are actually smart about it.
Yes, we are
Oh,
smart.
thrillers.
To be fair-
harness more strength.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't think North Sea storms are quite as bad as like 5 hurricanes a year.
True.
Yeah. I mean, we have a
True.
tornado. We have like a small tornado every once in a while, but you know, that's about it.
Yeah, tornadoes are much
Couple
more
of
an
years ago, there was
Oklahoma
also an
thing than
earthquake
a
at our
Florida
place
thing.
as well. It was a
Oh,
very
yeah.
light earthquake, but we still had an earthquake.
Groningen just gets fucked over all
Who
the
gets
time by
fucked over by
earthquakes.
earthquakes?
Groningen, which is north of the Netherlands.
Oh, Groningen?
Most north Groningen.
Okay, yeah.
I say like Groningen, it actually.
Okay.
But,
Yeah,
I guess that's the American way of saying it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
How
G-
how much earthquakes does it get and how strong are they? How much should the Californians laugh?
Right, we do have 2 Californians in here. Mina
I don't
and
know
me.
about how many because I'm literally at the opposite side of the country, but I think they are pretty strong to the point where they definitely all the houses or most of the houses at least get cracks in them due to the amount of earthquakes they do get and the pretty hefty intensity of them. I think I don't know what the heaviest one was.
No, shut up. I googled it. So there is, I googled Groningen earthquakes, and I got one from the 8th of October that said that there was 2 weeks after there was 1,100 damage
Yep.
claims. Mina, how powerful do you think this earthquake was, Mina?
0.1 last I checked.
How big?
5.1. So not that strong.
No, it was a
No,
3.1.
not the rapid blaster.
This was a 3.1 earthquake, and you submitted 1,100 damage claims. That does not count as earthquake prone.
It does not.
3.1 is not
I mean, if
noticeable.
you had earthquakes before and
You're
now
lucky if you
after
wake
that,
up
you got
during.
more
You're
damage.
just an unlucky fatherfuck if you wake up in the middle of a 3.1 at that point.
Yeah. A 3.1 earthquake is you fall off the bed and that shakes your house.
Not even that. A 3.1 is your dishes slightly rattled.
No, I mean 3.1 earthquake is caused by you falling off your bed and that shakes your
Spooky
house.
dishes.
Yeah.
It's a 3.1 is nothing.
Well, I mean, I
Open
can't
up,
say
open up,
anything
open
because
up. There
we
we go.
like never get earthquakes ever here because that's literally like geologically impossible. So I can't really tell if it's a bad thing or not because I don't ever get them here. So
Hold on, I'm pulling up a map of the fault lines. Yeah, no, the Netherlands doesn't have to deal with fault lines. Spain does.
no.
Spain has earthquakes, and Italy has earthquakes, and Greece and Turkey.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where there's earthquakes in Europe.
Big shot.
That and there's earthquake risks in Iceland, but that's more because of the volcano. The volcanoes.
Ah, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
kind of...
the Netherlands, looking at this map, the Netherlands is an unusually... It's less the Netherlands, it's more Belgium that's got just random earthquake stuff happening there despite there being no fault line for some reason.
That's why the road is so fucked up in Belgium. I see. Whoever tried to Bolt knows, Bolt knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Then again, I'm also Dutch, so I should know, even if I've never visited a place.
Meanwhile, in America, all the roads are fucked up because we don't have a big enough tax base per land area to maintain them all, because we have individual highway interchanges in our cities the size of entire small towns.
Oh yeah, we talked about that once.
That was a couple weeks ago when I mentioned that, but I'm still angry about it.
Also, me-
earlier
God,
today,
mad about this shit.
earlier today, I was writing a completely unrelated essay, and I somehow found myself including me being angry about car-dependent America in it. It was entirely unrelated. And I just wasn't even trying to do this. I was just kind of writing the essay. I don't really plan my essays. I just kind of write them. I was just going, and I
Same.
somehow ended up there. I'm like, man, I have opinions.
Holy shit! I have opinions.
You want it to be heard.
Man has opinions. So, who wants to go first? Since two people submitted new things. Also, I want to talk about a little bit more about Octo himself, but that can
Oh
be
yeah,
later.
we can have it.
So-
Do that. Yeah, sure.
Mina or Octo, who wants to go first?
Nick, Mina
I
did
get what
it. Mina subjected her, or submitted her, did the idea first. So I think.
Then
Yeah, 'cause
Mina
I'm
go
gonna leave
first.
to go play Big Round with Alex. Splatfest. It's basically who you think would be the leader of Deep Cut? Shiver, Fry, or Big Man? I love them all equally.
Who's Deep Cut?
The
Deep Cut is
new.
idol group in Splatoon.
Bruh, you did not just say that.
They're the new idol group for Splatoon 3. Like every Splatoon game has their own idols.
It's
The
Squid
first one is
Sisters 3
Callie
basically.
Marie. No, because there's 3 of them, and there's Big Man. Love is stored in the Big Man. So I'm going Team Big Man.
I mean, yes, but realistically, not only Shiver best girl, but also Shiver just best leader. Honestly, like, I don't see Big Man leading. Like,
The Big
them.
Man leads. Big Man literally leads. He's just like the silent leader that lets y'all do whatever you want until you go too far.
But yeah,
He
even
literally
like
composes
even from
all
a
of the
music
music.
perspective, even from a music perspective, as the producer slash the DJ, you don't decide what the fuck you're doing. Like you're getting like usually when you're working with an artist as a producer, you usually get the idea from the artist, and as a producer, you get to interpret that around it. At least I
Is
think
the
that's what it is.
artist. He is the artist. Literally, the music would not exist if he didn't compose it himself.
Exactly, he's the composer. He's not like the idea creator for it though.
Yes, he is.
He's the composer. He has the ideas for the songs.
He's the composer. That means that he is the one who puts the notes into the song. That's what he
He
does.
writes the song. He writes the lyrics. Shiver and Fry, for all their worth, they're wonderful characters. They just sing it. They're just in the band because they said we want to start a band, and Big Man took care of all of that shit.
Well, still, like, okay, like, then lore-wise, as the bandit group, still I don't see, like, anyone else but Shiver being the leader.
I see Shiver as the leader because in the concert, she was the one who took charge of Shiver and Fry, or of Big Man and Fry. When the Squid Sisters showed up on screen, he was just like, "Hey, you guys, fuck them up," and then they did my favorite
Get
incarnation
their
of
asses.
Calamari incantation.
Free mix, I assume?
Also, isn't like
Yeah.
actual like lore accurate that Big Man had a collab with the Squid Sisters and Freya and Shiver had made Big Man do a song because of it?
Yeah, I know, I know
Big Man
exactly what you're
because
talking
he decided
about.
to go do something else. It was Ian BM. BGM. I love him so much. I would die for Big Man.
He's definitely a cool
Not to
guy.
be dramatic, but I would die for Big Man. I feel
But,
so bad
yeah.
for Fry though because Fry always gets the fucking.
Fry will
shit.
get fucking shafted, bro. I don't know. Like, people who pick
Yeah,
Fry
yeah.
do not think about the fucking question. They think, like, who's the best of Deep Cut, not who's the best leader. And that's the only reason people will choose Fry. I know that because my friend Levi will choose her for that exact reason.
The last fest we had was what is more important in life? Money, love, and fame.
That was the stupidest one ever. Honestly.
Well, I guess fame. I guess you get both. I guess that'd be
Yeah,
a good argument for why.
because
you left
fame
away.
you get both. Money you just sad at one point
I
because
could
you
pay off
have
my
everything. I was just like thinking of that and I was like that's just honestly the stupidest one because you know people
We've
will
done this one
will
before.
like do the wrong answer because people who don't vote for love haven't been loved. Let me just say that outright.
I mean, yes, hello.
People who
That's
did
not
not
true.
take love for love's platform do not know how important love is in your life.
Oh, I know how important love is in my life. I chose Team Money because I'm poor, I can't afford things, and my loans are $46,000, and that's the cheapest loan.
Yeah, fair. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Money does not pay my student, or love does not pay my student bills.
But it does get you
Those
through
who,
that.
those who say money
mentally,
cannot
though.
buy those who say money cannot buy happiness have never gone to the animal shelter and paid an adoption fee.
True.
True.
Money cannot buy happiness. Listen, that sounds like it's coming from the place of somebody with a lot of money and not a lot of debt. Because when you're in a lot of debt, you have to make a lot of sacrifices, and happiness is one of them.
Money may not buy happiness, but it sure can buy me
It
not
sure-
having to suffer.
Yeah, it sure can pay off the suffering factor.
It
Money
cannot
may
buy
not
you
buy happiness, but it can buy bacon, and that makes me happy.
Speaking of money, just a real quick side tangent. I'm probably getting paid this month.
Let's go. Getting paid by Bezos, yippee.
I'm actually getting the basis bucks this month, probably, hopefully.
I most likely am as well. Yeah.
Whoa.
My God, you have 0 subscriptions. You're only getting money from ads.
I'm fucking zooming, bro. I have made like $39, I think, in the past 2 months.
Didn't you tell me you had like 20?
Oh yeah, no. This past like period, basically, I've been getting like at least $1 per stream. So.
Goddamn. I mean, this stream. Oh damn. Less. Oh right, because I got a sub. I think.
Meep
Eep.
boy.
Long boy time.
A long man.
What are you talking about? Oh.
Does he not know? Does he not know?
Do you not know about Long Man? Hold on,
Does
I
he
got
not
you.
know about the plot of Long Man?
I don't even know what the
Yeah.
fuck Long
The hell's
Man is.
long man?
I don't know as
Oh,
well.
no,
Another
that's-
Oh my god. No fucking way. I'm going to show you the genius of Long Man, bro. If you do not know Long Man, you are missing out.
When I think of long boy, when I think of long boy, I think of like the cats like elongate themselves.
No, Long Man
Under
is
11.
is a story and a half. It's a Japanese
It's
commercial.
literally a story. You know
for-
what? Okay.
Oh, go for it. You can explain it.
My
Go for it, Miguel.
recommendation. No. I'm not gonna explain it. I have a link.
We're all
of all
redeeming
11
become
commercials.
long boy.
Long,
We all must become very
yeah.
long.
So, you can throw this up on the stream if you want,
Yeah.
but we need to talk about Long Man.
We need to talk about.
It's a candy commercial. I need you to remember this. It's a candy commercial.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a Japanese candy commercial with the most insane plot and plot twist that you will ever see in a commercial line. Like, genuinely, I have never like this story was written better than the.
Wait, it's a
OG
commercial.
Tsuki
Why is
remake.
it 6.5 minutes long?
because it's 11 commercials.
It's separate.
It's a
multiple
series of commercials. There's
Oh,
11
okay.
of them total.
I thought this was like one of those like sham wow infomercials.
No, it's not an infomercial.
New and improved kitchen gun.
But God,
Bang,
it's
bang, bang! I
so
love
good.
kitchen
It's
gun.
genuinely so
What
good.
in the world?
I
I'm starting to watch it
if
myself.
I remember right, the name of this candy is
Sakura
Sakura
gum.
gum, yeah.
Sakerugami. And it's just this guy shows up wherever this girl is, where she is with her boyfriend. And he has a really long candy, and she's attracted to long things.
So yes,
And
take
the
that as
plot
you will.
twist makes this shit wild.
Just watch it. If you haven't watched it, watch it blind without anyone telling you anything besides that.
Oh wait,
Because
I'm
you will
watching
get
it.
your mind
I'm just
blown.
watching it myself.
Yeah.
I'll watch it after stream. But oh my god, this sounds
It's
absolutely.
it's so.
Sakerugami versus long Sakerugami.
That's
So,
the entire premise.
Octo, the thing that you
Yes.
sent, I don't really think it's a thing, but
It is
why?
a thing. No, it is. It is.
It is?
Awesome.
Okay.
It is. I have the reason I specifically suggested that. I suggested about the talk about the decline of esports, which is definitely a thing. I watched a video about it like yesterday, actually. The comparison between the esports scene and the FGC, whereas FGC is growing and the esports scene, basically in general, is declining. And it all has to do with one investment
Oh
problems.
gosh, what
Two,
I'm
like,
watching.
fucking-
Oh gosh.
to like the term
Oh, okay.
and conditions before you even get close to being in a team, like stuff like that, you know.
Oh,
That's what I mean
okay.
with like
You're
esports
talking
is
about
declining in
esports
terms
is like.
of like interest and as a job, basically,
Oh, okay. Since you're
as
talking.
as a stable income, basically, yeah.
Okay, because you just talked about the FCG, which is
FGC, yeah. But that's the thing. Like FGC is actually just like has been like fucking skyrocketing, where we've had like the biggest ever tournament at Evo this year.
Right. When I think of esports, one of the things
With a
that I add
7,000
myself.
man tournament for Street Fighter.
Jesus Christ. But like I say it like the one of the things that I think of when I think esports is fighting games as an esport.
Yeah, exactly. But
That's why I was like, I don't think
that.
esports it's at a decline because the fighting games are all on a rise. Smash
Well-
like is still there. We lost Shine and we lost Summit, but it's still there.
FGC is not counting the Smash scene, by the way, because that's a different
Ah.
brand.
Well, but then yeah, like we said, Melty on
FGC is more
Evo.
so the 2D fighters, the Tekken Street Fighter and stuff. Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. Like we had like the biggest Evo this year with like 10,000 people, and the Capcom Cup has a total of a $2 million prize pool and $1 million for the winner. For the first place gets to take home $1 million for Street Fighter 6. And that's a game you can buy for $60, for 60 euros, play, enter that tournament basically for a little fee without being like enrolled into a team or anything. And then you can just try your shot at winning $1 million. As opposed to esports, where you basically have to be in a team before you can even get close to going to the big competitions, where you can maybe win like a couple tons, you know, not even guaranteed, but because usually the prize pools are fucking ass. And then the companies as well are usually investing in those teams where it's not really a guaranteed paid back because if I remember from the video I was watching yesterday, usually companies might invest like 10 million or something to sponsor the brand, to give them the equipment and stuff. But then one tournament, if you place first place, the highest one of them was like 2.4 million for only the winning team, which is like very low probability and a very poor business decision either way, because even if they win the 2.4 million, that's 1/4 of the things you have invested into the team, expecting
Esports
that they
team are
will
a
show those
loss.
results every time. They would have to win 4 majors, yeah. Like they would have to like win 4 majors in a row basically of the same prize pool to get their investment back before they can make money off of the esports team. Which is like why the FGCs do way better, because I mean, you've seen most of the people that are in Street Fighter 6 tournament are not even close to being sponsored by any sort of team. I don't know what the top 6 was, but I think there were definitely like in some top 6s for a lot of the fighting games. I don't think there was like, I don't think all the people were sponsored. I think there were definitely some lone rangers out there just playing the game and for themselves, and they can make money without having to apply and be good enough to even get into a team. Which is why I think like I definitely agree that the esports scene is definitely declining, not only in amount of viewership, but also in the amount of, you know, interest by companies and or sponsors.
Okay, that makes sense. What I was okay, so
Yeah.
kind of a TLDR for my head. The thing that is declining the most is not esports themselves. It's mostly the teams, the esport teams, and that means that these esport teams spend less money on things, and then they get less money. They're always like I think most critical because he has an esports team. He's always says this. He's always doing it at a loss.
Yeah,
Like he always operates at a loss.
yeah, because he's investing into it. Yeah. That could
And-
definitely be it. Yeah.
And like single player, well, quote unquote, single player competitive games such as Pokemon, because Pokemon has had like really big worlds and competitions lately, and fighting games and Smash and things that are like single player are getting on a rise because you're like, okay, I can be alone and I can achieve fame and glory on my own. I don't need to get this like sponsorship by these people and have to join a team of people and, you know, then work with that. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Funny you say that. I'm technically am in an esports team.
That's
So
funny.
Fun fact, I am technically in a Pokemon Unite esports team and I am their Smash Brothers representative.
what? What?
Yeah, okay, so backstory time. Backstory time. This is back in 2021. This was when I climbed United on my own. And there was this one Twitch streamer who was like, I'm going to, a streamer that I liked, Minishep. He's like, I'm going to, you know, bring the people from my stream that watch my streams and have them compete. And one of the people was like, hey, you want to join our team, Bad Apples? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And then after the tournament, he was like, hey, we actually have like an actual esports team. Do you want to be a part of it? I'm like, sure, I'll join the esports team. And I don't play Unite with them. Which is the funny thing, and then I'm like, I've been talking with them. I have like
Yeah,
I have a sticker on my phone of the esports team, and I am certified like an esports part of their team, and I'm the Smash representative of their team.
Damn. All right.
Like even back in the day, like the person that we were talking about maybe like getting even like a shirt or something for me for this. That never got to fruition. A shame. But like
Yeah.
I have the stickers, and he was like, okay, and I got my brother to make me the stickers, and I have a sticker on my phone. So yeah, that is the gist. I
Cool.
technically am in an esports team, and that's why if you see me at like Smash.gg, I'm not Jimmy. I'm Bad Apples / Jimmy because Bad Apples is the name
I
of my
saw
team.
that. Yeah.
That is not just a nickname or something. That is the name of my esports team. So that is the gist of it. So technically I'm not also, you know, I'm also their Mario Kart, technically, the Mario Kart representative, because I do Mario Kart speedrunning, and I do Mario Kart time trials on Mario Kart DS. Which is a whole other story for another fucking day. Let's talk about we had we had a guest today. We were talking like if he was just a normal caster, but today we have with ourselves Octo Ninja. I don't think
Just a natural.
neither Bolt nor me. I don't think know who you are. So how about you introduce them? How you introduce yourself to them?
Yeah. I am, as I like to call myself online Octo. I am ex-Octo Ninja. You could just say either Octo Ninja or Octo. I don't mind either way. But I am a streamer, mostly fighting games, but also a bunch of variety. Who has been streaming since April, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, no, actually, end of February.
Yeah, I was thinking February because we met in March.
I have had affiliate since April. That's what it was. And I've been streaming for like half a year now. I am a Dutch guy. Well, guy is a question mark, but you know.
I mean, yeah, you
I'm not
are.
gonna get into that.
You are a guy.
Biologically, yes, but you know that the gender questions are gonna come later. But yeah, I am I'm 18 and I live still with my parents, but I enjoy streaming a lot, and I have met Jimmy through said streaming because he found my channel once upon a day, and now I'm
I think that was end of March, beginning of April when I found your channel.
So yeah, that's basically it. If you have any in-depth questions, I can. Yeah. It was before I got affiliate. I know that.
Yeah, I know for a fact it was also before you got affiliate. How I met Octos, I was just browsing. I think I was browsing, which is something that I usually did back in the day when I wanted to train. I would just go into online, go into the arenas and look at the arenas, and then I found Octos and I'm like, oh hey, this guy streams. I go into my phone, I pull up the thing, and that's how we met. That's how I met the man, the myth, the legend,
Exactly,
Octo
that's basically
Ninja.
how it went, yeah.
This man, I just want to say, this man has gone on a meteoric rise. Like, he is going absolutely fucking ham. Also, what the fuck are you doing, Honda X2000? Anyway, yeah, like, I'm just looking at the...
I just now saw the car go into the grass, yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, God.
so this man is a meteoric rise, as he says he's done, like, fighting games. He does also Smash, and he's done Tears of the Kingdom, now he's doing Tsukihime. And so I wanted to invite him because I also wanted to talk about what we did together. I think I've talked about this in the Roomba thought, but you know I had Octo here, so we can talk about it more in depth. Octo, how about you tell them a little bit more about the Octo's Masters 8?
Yeah, so basically we had the idea. I was doing I think Smash was one of the first games I started streaming.
Yes.
And then when eventually my Smash, I do open rooms basically for every fighting game that I feel genuinely like at least decently confident at, you know, that I at least can beat some of the viewers.
Not strive.
But I did an open lobby, and as soon as I started to strive, no, we're not doing that. But once it started gaining more traction, I was like thinking of the idea like, what if we just like make it so that whoever stayed, we like reward the people who stayed the longest. So whoever, basically the two people that won the most at the end of a stream where we were playing Smash, if you at the end of the session or end of the stream had the most kills, you would have to fight the other person who had the second most kills basically. You get to do a best of 3, and the winner of that gets a spot in the viewer tournament basically. And we did that for 8 weeks until we got 8 people. And then we held the tournament at I don't know exactly what date.
It was July. For sure, no, it was like the second half of July. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere there. But we Jimmy organized that tournament.
So the idea came.
I was hosting, of course, because it was on my channel.
Yeah.
And we had a friend. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
So the idea came as a result of actually me asking to fight Toast, who was that day, you know, the person who was handling everyone the most. And then I joined the Discord, and then we started talking. I started talking with Octo, and the idea came up, like doing a tournament, which would be interesting. And I recall exactly the first 2 people that got into the first tournament of the Octo's 8, Masters 8, were me and Octo. Because I got in week 1, beating Toast in a convincing 2-0, and then Octo got in because I got the most kills and he got the second most kills.
Yeah.
So then we started, and once we had the 8 people, I got into challenge and I started making the bracket, and I randomized the bracket and I got it ready. And we were like, okay, when are we going to do it? And I said, do it before August. I told him, like full stop, before August. Because in August I have to go on vacations and I don't have time, and I would like to, be there because not only am I a TO, am I in charge of the bracket, I also want to commentate, I also want to... I did a lot of things, and my head was a bit of a mess by the end of it. But yeah, we did that, and we did it on the second half of July, after I went and got, I think it was 33rd in Smash Bros. Ultimate in DreamHack Valencia, which I am still very proud of that, because I got right in the middle of the bracket. I'm very happy about that. I like to call myself a gatekeeper. Octo knows this. But yeah,
Yeah.
that is basically the gist of what Octo and
Never
I...
gonna become Grandmaster. Well, not with that attitude. No, you're not. You're not getting there. But if you actually want to try and get there, you're in the tournament. And
Yeah.
you've seen the level of competition. And the least you can do is try. It's double eliminations. It's not like you're one and done. It's a one and done deal.
Exactly. And even then, like, I've been also thinking onto my side, like, maybe I can host a Pokemon Showdown tournament or something like that, something that I could theoretically do. Octo and I have been, like,
Yeah.
together for a long time, and I consider him a good friend, because we've done a lot of things together on Twitch, and he's helped me a lot on Twitch, and I hope I helped him a little bit on Twitch. But yeah. Do you two have any questions for the funny Dutchman that likes to rage? Because something that
You like to rage
Octo...
about what, huh?
Which
He-
is about what the games that I play usually.
He plays fighting games. What do you expect?
I'm
A little bit. I'm gonna BRB.
Okay.
Yeah, alright. I am very much a man of honest play, so if any bullshit happens, you will definitely see me scream about it. Because I will respect people who play honestly and use the tools, like, in a good way. But if you, just are annoying in general, and playing a character, like, the complete opposite way of what could be considered normal, I will be angry at you.
Yes, and he's angry at me because I beat him a lot of times too. And I this isn't even on purpose. I beat him so many times when we play together that I always end up feeling bad. Because, I don't like when people rage when it's my fault.
But you can ask a question.
What is the question, kid?
Yeah,
I think-
chat can ask questions as well, of course.
Yeah.
If you have any.
Meep, do you have any? Meep?
I think Meep just went off. Didn't Meep go off? Or was it Bolt? I don't know.
Both have to BRB. Let me just... Oh, we just gotta pick them.
But if I get to give me a friend role because, well, you asked for it. So he pulled it.
I was
And the-
talking and I had my
and the
mic
viewers
flipped up
are
with my headset.
Very much deciding.
And when Mike flipped
Oh.
up with my headset, I was... Bruh.
So...
Certified bruh moment.
Certified bra moment.
So, do you have any questions for, Octo?
Test, test.
Not
Just
really.
general things you want to know, yeah. That's about what I expected.
I mean, I don't know.
You can ask basically
Uh,
anything. I will, answer 99% of your questions. I have very few exceptions and things I will not answer.
It's funny now that I realize it. I love how, while you're introducing yourself, you brought up the thing of the sexuality thing, and you're like, we'll leave that for later.
Yeah. We are not gonna question my gender nor my
I've
sexuality.
got one.
Alright, go
I've
for
got
it.
something.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with
To cut off.
the
I
game
have
Civilization?
heard of it. I've heard, and the only way I have heard of it is through the Henry Stickman joke about
Oh,
Civ
okay.
5.
Okay.
That's my extended knowledge on that game.
Okay. Because I was gonna ask what you think of the Dutch in that game if you've played it, but
Like that, yeah, no. I think Dutch. I mean, if we just want to pick it broader. I think the Dutch are very, very poorly represented in media in general because, especially in like I remember looking at there's a program on the Dutch television which is called Sunday with Lubach, which is a TV host where he basically talks about the news and stuff. And one of the items was how poorly the Dutch were represented in like American movies, especially because like they will just like not put any effort into looking into what Dutch culture actually is, and they will actually just speak gibberish and shit.
I'll be honest, I don't think
So,
I've
like,
ever seen a Dutch character in
Well,
an
they went
American
to
movie.
like I think the movie specifically was like a Dutch bar where they were like talk, and then the barman was talking to the man who took a lady home, I think, or something, and they were talking Dutch, quote unquote, which is like the most absolute alien speak I've ever heard in my life. Like not even remotely close to what Dutch sounds like. And I think
Yeah,
that's
Dutch kind of
like
sounds like German, doesn't it?
Dutch is do have a lot of words from German and French as well, actually. But yeah, I mean it is the closest, especially Maastricht dialect, which is also what I speak. Maastricht dialect is probably the closest to German you can get in the Netherlands, basically.
Well, I will say this as far as Dutch representation goes. You got into World of Warships before Spain.
Yeah, maybe.
Also,
Oh yeah, go.
You were after Sweden, though. Sweden got in first.
so since we have a lot of viewers in chat, feel free to ask any of us questions about anything. Really, we are
Yo, double-digit viewers.
double-digit
Yeah.
viewers, and it's down to 8.
Oh wow.
Jimmy's
well.
starting to be picked up by the algorithm.
Let's go.
That'd be nice. But yeah, we, of course, to ask us questions, we'll probably not only answer but also discuss them. Oh,
Let's go. Hi Bolt and Redtube.
the moment when you think you're ready to come
Yeah,
back,
yeah,
only to
sorry.
need another
that
break. Mood. That is such a mood. It's like, oh, I'm back. Oh, I have to
I've
go
had
eat.
it so many times where we're like, we'll grab a drink or a snack, and I set the snack down, and I'm like, I need to go pee. Fuck.
You've stood up and your bladder's like, yo, while you're up.
I am awake.
As I like to call it, I go to the bathroom to become Gigantamax Pikachu. And pee! But yeah. So, now that, school has started, for some of you, not all of us, what are your guys' plans looking forward to this, to the rest of the year?
Actually make it through secondary school this time. For real, the third time.
What? The third?
The thing is, I have spent, now this is going to be my 7th year on higher secondary education, which normally takes you 5.
Oh, good heavens. I repeated 1 year, but twice? Yikes. What happened?
Well, one was because of mental reasons,
Ah.
which meant I would do the 4th year again, and now I'm doing the 7th year because I did not did not pass my exams at the end. So
You had to repeat the year because you failed. You failed!
yeah, exactly.
Yikes. So once trying to pass secondary school.
Exactly. But now I am going to a different school. So
Exactly. Meep, you are currently in uni, right?
Yes.
He is in college.
Yes, I'm in my 4th year of college.
He's in
what
college.
do you study then? I have no clue.
Criminal justice.
I can see you doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a very clever man. Which, by the way, chat, there
He talks a
is
fuck ton.
every time Meep is on stream, there is a redeem for him to tell us a fun fact. Kane usually does it, but he isn't on stream, so
It's a funny fact. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the 1, 2, 3, 4 points.
It's one of the things I've been asked a lot with given how much I like history is, why did you study history? The reason is studying history is a fucking Ponzi scheme. The only thing you can do with a history degree is basically teach history. Besides, the kind of history you learn in like college level history is like you're learning like how to do like archive research and shit. That's boring. I don't care about that shit.
Wait until this guy
I
learns
want
about
the
all
funny
the-
shit.
about studying
You all cut off.
English.
or just funny, yeah, or just funny trivia things. Like for example, to fulfill the random trivia with meat breeding that just happened, the Supreme Court of Canada, their official robes for official functions, by sheer coincidence, I'm not making this up. This was coincidental. Look like Santa Claus robes.
Of course.
I just go back and the first thing I hear is the robes just look like Santa Claus's robes. Hilarious. Scumbag.
That's
I'm
great.
gonna put
I trust you.
this in images, Jimmy, so you can like actually like put it up if you want. I'm not making that up, and this is entirely by
Oh,
coincidence.
God, yeah.
They look that way for an unrelated reason. They just happen to. That just
Hold
happened
on,
to
I gotta
result
see
in
that
it being
too.
Santa.
I gotta
They
see that.
look like they are priests but in shiny form.
Shiny for free. Shiny priest. Yo, I got my shiny priest.
Hey yo!
Specifically hunted for them. They act like
Say
they just
goodbye.
look like-
Say goodbye to the Trump mugshot.
No, but genuinely, look at the church. Like, for example, the Nasu verse, like priest of the Holy Church
Yeah,
people.
like-
They
like-
look like they are just the shiny version of that.
There's the image for everyone curious. I have replaced the Trump mugshot for the Santa Claus people.
With the Canadian Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Find that really funny.
I think not only that they're the robes, but they've got the boots too.
Ah, brother.
Yep.
That is very funny. What else to talk about? What else to talk about? Ba, 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 ba. Right, we do.
I guess.
Octo and I are planning to do a second one. By the way, speaking of, like, now that I remember, we are going to do a second Masters 8. I have no idea when. We are 7 people. We already have 7 people ready. We had 2 people that couldn't make it to the first one for reasons. We had someone that couldn't make it. Then we had,
because they couldn't.
then we got someone else to back that up, and then they couldn't make it. And so, yeah, by a technicality, kids in Masters 8, poor thing.
Exactly.
Because I feel like we have the best player that we've ever had onto a Masters 8 this season.
Mm-hmm.
11 viewers.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I see 10, but 11
Yeah, I do
viewers
too.
maximum pop. But yeah, that is... of course, chat, you don't need to be quiet. Please ask questions. Please interact with chat. I always like a good interaction with chat. Anyway. So yeah, that is something that, thing that I'm going to be doing. Soon enough, my father has been helping me to get me into, the place to look for jobs. So maybe someday I'll actually get a job and, quote unquote, an
Get
actual
money.
job and get money so I can upgrade this, so I can come in even more to this because this is what I like doing. This is what makes me happy.
You can get money so you can commission Mina.
True.
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 Here's the thing though. In my case, I'm also looking for an actual quote-unquote job, but then I would probably be in the weekend. Not that I'm into this, but...
Speaking of jobs, KFC at least and Maastricht are such fucking scammers. I swear to God. And I will
Like
tell
Kentucky
you
Fried
why.
Chicken, KFC.
Yeah, Kentucky Fried Chicken KFC. I will tell you why. Because okay, so my job, I'm a food delivery driver. I work for just
He is an Uber drive. He's
the takeaway
Uber
known
Eats.
internationally, and in the Netherlands it's
Uber
just
Eats.
No, not for no. Completely different. Completely
No, but
different
like-
company.
Same kind of thing. You're
Same kind of thing.
Different company.
Third-party delivery service.
Exactly. For the Dutch people, it's thuisbezorgd. That's what I work for, and KFC are the most unintentional scammers ever because they do not know how to pack drinks. like actually, I have had one order in my 1.5 years of working at Thuisbezorgd where a drink did not spill into my bag. One. And the rest of the drinks have never survived it. Like I brought an order yesterday with six drinks, and 2 of them were completely empty by the time I got to their address because the rest of the drink went into my bag. So my bag
It's
was
all done
basically
by
just
bicycle,
soda
right? Because it's
pool.
Netherlands.
It's it's by bicycle, yes.
It's by bike, yes.
Bicycle.
But listen, I drive
It's an accurate
extremely
stereotype. I should
careful.
know.
I drive extremely careful, so it's not even you could say like, oh, maybe you're driving too fast. Every single colleague has had complaints about KFC packing their drinks because like McDonald's does it with a way, like they have the cup, then they have like a filter in between there so that nothing can get out, and then they put the cap on. KFC just does not give a shit because
They don't even put the cap on.
no, they put the cap on, but it's so loose, and the way it's packed in the bag makes it that like the what do you call it, and
Take your time, Malte. Take your
I'm
time.
looking for the English word. Vocht. What the fuck is vocht ook alweer, Bolt?
It's like the.
Vocht is vocht is
No, it's referring to water.
basically water.
Soda.
Condensation. The condensation.
the condensation.
The condensation basically makes it so that the papery or like cardboard cups will like kind of like shrink so that the top will basically get off. So because I like the last time I worked was on Friday, and like 5 out of the 6 cups I was delivering had their caps just flown off. Because they don't think about
Let me just
that.
translate real quick because someone just says what it meant. Hold on, I'm just gonna do it. Why
Yeah,
the fuck not?
just translated because I think it's
Yeah.
something about condensation.
The moisture.
It's either
moisture,
condensation
that's
or
what I meant.
the moisture absorbing into it, into the liquid, into the cup from the drink in the cup.
Yeah, but the thing is, like entire orders get ruined because we are expected to put the drinks at the bottom because they are very stable and you can put stuff on them, you know. And we sometimes have to fasten them with some not really tape, but like
Bungee cords.
no, not the cords, not the fucking
Straps.
not straps either. What? Klittenband. Do you know what clit? I'm asking Bolt, by the way, because I'm not really. I'm lost for words. But Bolt knows what I mean. Like,
Sometimes you have shoelaces, but other times you can just strap them just without.
Velcro. Yes, thank you.
Velcro. Best thing the
So
U.S.
that's
military
what
ever
you-
invented.
But the Velcro thing, we have to like strap them in with Velcro basically to the back of the bag. So it's like basically stuck to my back, basically, you know. But that's like very unreliable. So, but we have to put it at the bottom, and so if any soda leaks through the bag of the paper bag of the restaurant, it will go into my actual like takeaway bag, you know, my delivery bag, which means that any other bag that is on the same floor or on the same level as the drinks will get soaked and they will get ruined. I've had an order of KFC where I had drinks at the bottom and a different order, not even from the same person. I came to that person's house, I pulled out the bag, and all the chicken fell onto the fucking pavement. that can genuinely happen, and that's why I'm saying like KFC, at least in Maastricht, is just a scam. Never order drinks from KFC because they will not pack it properly, and you will not only ruin your own order, but also most likely the orders of other customers. That's my entire
And
rant
also,
about KFC
That's a
drinks.
lot to do to get right, huh?
But that's the
Why,
kind of the
why are you
thing.
even ordering delivery drinks?
Yeah, that's also kind of the stupidest things. Like, do you not have drinks inside of your home? I'm also always so confused by people ordering drinks. When I'm like, it's so much more expensive. You can just go to the store, get a drink,
If
and
you
come
want
back
a
home
soda,
before
go
you
to the
have the
store
drink.
and buy a 12-pack of soda.
Exactly.
People are sometimes just dumb
it's,
people.
It's so stupid.
Believe me, I know that. I
And,
live
and
in
the
America.
problem is KFC is so stubborn that they don't want to do anything about it. Because even if people go to complain at KFC, not just takeaway, like the customer service, KFC will not give a fuck.
Look, you already paid for it. I don't care.
Yeah, but that's kind of the problem. Like, I don't know if it's like I'm sure they are losing customers, but not enough to like go into the minus. But still, people are going to stop ordering at KFC if their drinks are not arriving properly each time they order there. And I think also it's just a hassle to fucking wait at KFC, because not only do they not know how to pack shit, they are super fucking slow, like actually slow. KFC holds my record for the longest time waited for a single order, which is how long you guys can guess how long have I waited for a single order of KFC?
An hour and a half.
Meep.
2 hours.
Both?
I would say probably 2.5 hours, probably.
You were all very close. 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Woo! I'm the closest because I had an hour and a half.
That was my first guess, god damn it!
Yeah!
Jimmy, you and I were equidistant, but
Yeah,
you were
I was about to
closer
say,
without
Jim-
going over.
Yeah.
Meep and Jimmy were closest, but imagine waiting 1 hour and 45 minutes on a single person's order. And the thing is, 8 of my colleagues were all waiting that
Damn.
time for a single order. And you know why? Because they didn't have the specific type of fucking chicken that they still had to make.
Oh
And so
my god.
8 of my colleagues, including me, had to wait 1 hour and 45 minutes to deliver something to one single person.
Bruh. Which is funny. Funny to hear that you took so long to get a KFC order. Because I think the shortest time I had to take to get a KFC order, to get an order in a fast food restaurant was at KFC. I literally went like got the order ready, and they're like, "Oh, hey, you need to pass the ticket here." I'm like, "Okay." I put the ticket. They get the ticket. They get the order. I sit down, and I get you not even a minute past, and they're like, "Hey, your order is ready." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And it wasn't a small order either. It was like two sets of 6 spicy nuggets
Yeah.
and an ice cream. You know,
But there's
I was
speed
thinking
runs.
it was going to take them 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe, and they didn't even take like a minute. I'm like, what the fuck? How are you so fast? And like, yeah, enjoy. I'm like, thank you.
They got
You
speed
know
runs
what's
in there.
You know what's something I really like when it happens is, so I usually go to lunch at the same place at school. It's we've got a little food court that has a Pizza Hut, and that's basically all there fucking is on campus. But because I usually ride my bike to class and stuff, that means I've got it in my hands right now, my bike helmet, which is a bright yellow green, like highlighter colored helmet.
Yeah.
Okay, I am a tall human, and this Pizza Hut's basically always staffed by the same person, and they've learned when I usually show up, and they can spot me when I show up. So I'm standing in line, and they are already making my order because I always order the same thing.
Damn.
So I'll like walk over there, and it's done. It's like waiting for me to finish the line.
God love that. Like, actually people
I
remember.
want to say, here's that guy again. Get to
Look,
work. We'll make that one because we know
I'm the
what he's
only
gonna
person on
get.
campus who wears like a helmet, and it's a brightly colored helmet, and I go in every single day. Okay. In fact, I've been
Ben.
mildly miffed because this week that's been closed all week for no reason.
The most
So I've had to get Chick-fil-A.
The most Chad move would be to order one specific thing differently and then go complain that they didn't get it.
No. No. Oh, that's not.
No. That would be so rude.
Well, I mean,
Look.
they got butter
I
on.
am evil, okay? I am evil, I admit that. However, there's evil, and then there's being mean to food service workers, okay?
True.
That is an all different level of low. Okay?
Yeah. They're evil, but with standards.
Yeah, like, professionals have standards.
Yes.
Alright? And, you know, I say I'm evil, but Jimmy, I've once again got the wonderful chaos that is, D&D that has occurred, and my party for my
Are-
in-person D&D. No, this is my in-person one.
Oh.
Not the PM D&D. The level of chaos has somehow gotten even
Oh boy.
worse. Okay? Because last session, the paladin stole an entire set of plate armor without anyone noticing.
How?
How could they
He-
do that?
He knocked the shopkeeper out, and he just took it.
You bonked him on the head.
Yes.
Wait, he's supposed to
and-
be a protector. Why is he doing?
No, that came later because, like, immediately
Why is he
after
doing
that,
this?
him and the barbarian got into a fight with the town guard,
What?
Oh boy.
and then they killed the captain of the town guard.
Ah,
How is it that I'm like, yeah, I'm evil. Meanwhile, freaking my party's always I'm surrounded by idiots.
oh wow.
I've got Ryu
else?
and PMD&D. I've got my previous campaign. I had my freaking artificer and the blind man, and then this time around I've got freaking the barbarian and the paladin. Ugh.
Meanwhile, in PMDND,
just
meanwhile in PMDND, we just had a fucking what's it called?
Mappa was supposed to be the Chaos Gremlin, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Okay, so for some fucking reason, Muppet, I had in mind, because both knows, because how of PMD1, Mappa, you know, kicked Groudon's ass and kicked Rayquaza's
Yes.
ass. He's supposed to be a chaotic gremlin. He became one of the most sensible and sensitive Pokemons in our fucking party. Because of how much because of how little brain cells the rest of the party has. And not including me. Like, we have a Gumi that licked the same substance that has blown up 2 towns.
Man ate the C4. He ate the C4.
He is walking C4.
He was getting flown back to where the rest of the party were by a Talonflame. He sees Mappa down below, and he jumps off the bird.
And Mappa just had to fucking having a moment with a Hatterini just vibing on the beach, having the realization of how lucky he is to have the party, which then led to me after stream to have a mental breakdown of how lucky I am to have so many good people to go my friends. That happened right after D&D, by the way, because I had that realization while doing D&D, and then it happened after.
Yeah.
Muppet just jumps from Hatterene, catches Gumi, and then gets hit by the Talonflame and does the accurate drift. The fucking hold on, let me find the GIF. And so you two can see it.
The amount of chaos that is ongoing is absurd. This is beyond
I'm just gonna say-
comprehension. And
Man did
you
this.
can catch this over on twitch.tv/Mina Raichu, by the way.
alright.
He's for real screwed.
But I just want to say one thing. I honestly do want to try and get in one PMD group because I think it just sounds really fun.
So it's not
Ignoring all the chaos, of course.
Yeah,
No,
ignoring
the
all the
chaos is part of the fun. The chaos is part of the fun.
Yeah, the gas is part of the
Yeah.
fun.
The is amazing. The amount of just stupid that goes on. Like, I run a Discord for a club, and one of the channels I've made is out of context RPGs, and it's mostly me putting in stuff that happens in the frickin' sessions because this shit is stupid. We've got
You can take.
I'm a crazed
let me guess,
maniac,
just
and
a
you're
lot that you
learning
can
by
take out of
example.
context, right? But
Yeah.
that's it, and there's a lot you can. Yep. Alright.
The freaking barbarian said to the paladin last session, "I'm a crazed maniac, and you're learning by example."
It's so funny to me that
Mina with the
Oh, hilarious.
it's so funny to me that I ended up being one of the most sensible party members, having a red and purple fur on my Zigzagoon, and having this Lord the Zigzagoon that he knows how to speak with the feral Pokemon, and him having to be the fucking translator for feral Pokemon.
You're just out here. I planned my stupidity. Unfortunately, they didn't, which means theirs is even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm also the sniffer of the group.
Yep. I think that explains enough what you're the one who just random shit. You just.
No,
It
and
just
I
sounds like
have
you're just-
I have
He's the sniffer.
pickup.
Somehow he's not the one high on drugs.
I have pickup.
He is the drugs.
No, the thing is, I did the sniff because I'm good at like finding out stuff, like, you know, like dogs would do while finding truffles, or pigs when finding truffles, something like that. So he's good at that because he has pickup. Hell, last session I asked Mina, can I do a pickup roll for clues? And I think, was it you or was it Ryu who said like, oh yeah, good idea.
I don't know.
One of these two
I don't
said it.
remember. We could go check the VOD.
Probably. But yeah, it was
I
was
have one.
yeah.
Yeah, go on. Go on. I'll mention my thing later.
No, you can go. I don't remember now what I was going to say.
Right. Like, I was thinking regarding the setting, like, I at times have ideas where it's like, oh, there's like a wild Pokemon, what if he's like a civil wild where he has still instincts that he can rely on? Yes, that would mean that he's also a translator because, you know, that's part of the entire thing. But like, he would be able to see things like traps as a silhouette instead of seeing them outright. Like, he can't identify what the trap is, but he knows that it is there.
I mean,
Could be
if you
handy
have,
for some dungeons as well.
I mean, if you have good insight, you could probably like spot out traps. But yeah, like Mappa has, since he has pickup, since he's Zigzagoon, he just randomly finds items, and he also ran like a marathon. Man ran from one point like to the guild in like a 2-day trip, and he slept like 2 hours on the trip, like a powered up with like 2 hours before arriving on the team on the guild and just passing out cold. Because he was
He was
so
just focused on getting there so much. By the time he got there, he just couldn't anymore.
because along like the more
He was running basically across the map to check in on me because I just teleported. I'm playing a role, so I just have
How
teleport.
rude are you, indeed?
because last
Oh,
time
it's
he
because I was trying
teleported,
to deliver a message.
and the
then
thing
it turned
is,
out, that we only had like 75% of the information. The last 25% was very important.
and then we did it again, but this time the person who passed out was me.
And then we like. Yeah, so all like the adults in the guild had like left to go respond to something that with the information we told them. Then freaking Gumi comes out of the sky like an idiot and tells us the last bit of the information. Then we're like, oh no. Now all like the younger characters who are around there are now like freaking out, and then like Meep just like grabs the other two and just teleports to go catch up with the adults, and leaving all the kids behind just to panic.
Yeah, I
With,
mean,
like one adult, they had like one adult supervisor there, just oh no.
whatever will I
need an
do?
adult.
Honestly, if
Also, at some point, we're probably gonna have to fight Wheezing.
true, eventually we will. He's probably a bit back evil.
He's probably gonna try and mug me because I have the Dawnstone.
True, but yeah,
Luckily, I have very powerful psychic. The thing that I think is kind of interesting about the system that we have that we're using for the PMDD is they have like summary of what the different levels for your different stats like approximately mean. So for example, with the dexterity stat, like if you have a value of 1, it's walking without tripping or bumping into things may be a challenge for you.
oh my god, I forgot. Meep, do you want me to hold on? Do you want me for other Roombas of Thought change your image for the other one?
To mean.
You know that you have now another set of images for your PNG.
No, the sunglasses thing was a meme.
I mean, I'm just asking if one day you just randomly are like, yeah, sure, I'll wear sunglasses.
No, because what that was the meme I thought of like 5 minutes before last stream, Jimmy. Because I'm like, oh, Pokemon Sun. My character spent a while needing sunglasses because I stood too close to an explosion and ruined my eyes.
True.
Somehow my ears are fine, but you know.
It was a burst of light, not of noise.
Well, it was an explosion. Jimmy,
Fair enough.
explosions tend to be very loud.
Fair enough.
But yeah, for like context, Jimmy, of like the level of psychic power Meep's supposed to have, the as written thing, he has a special stat of 4, which in the character sheet describes a special stat of 4 of the force of the attack could stop a car in its tracks.
How much special do you have again? Hold on, I'm now curious
4.
to see mine because I'm pretty sure I also have stupid high special. I have a special of 3 as a Zigzagoon.
Yeah, 3. A big display of energy enough to leave crack marks on hard stone. So you can dent hard stone. I could just stop a car with my mind. And then, you know, when Meep eventually like evolves and powers up, it gets even more ridiculous.
So
Because
if-
level 5 is only an explosion could compare to this display of power, and level 6 is this Pokemon commands the forces of nature, and they bend to its will.
meanwhile, so funny thing, I talked about this with Mina. I may have made my Zigzagoon way too fucking overpowered. So the thing is, every single character on the team is probably going to evolve at some point, except me. I'm not going to
Mappa
evolve.
has elected not to.
Yeah, Mappa, in lore, by the way, in lore, elected not to evolve due to things that happened with him. Basically,
Lore.
his teammates evolving and abandoning him because he didn't think it was strong enough to evolve yet, and then he lived in the wilderness. So, Tilliard, so everyone catches up with Mappa lore that, you know, I've explained before. Mappa is a Zigzagoon that was part of an exploring team. This exploration team was a Mischievous, a Zorua, and him. At one point, both the Zorua and the Mischievous evolved, but Mappa wasn't strong enough yet to evolve. And so what they decided to do is dump him in the middle of a dungeon and then leave. And fucking dip out. So Mappa was like, fucking hell, okay, I'm not strong enough. I'm going to fucking show them that I don't need to evolve to be stronger.
You one-shot them both.
I one-shot the only Zoroark. I made the Miss Mages run away because I one-shot the Zoroark. But yeah, that also happened. We had to nerf Pimpissel because it was way too broken. I one-shot the character that I told, explicitly told Mina, I want this character to beat the shit out of Mappa. And I one-shot it. And then I was like, well, time to nerf it! Like, it's still a good move, but it's not doing 80 damage.
Yeah. Like, I think the reason why you made him so overpowered was because of that one thing from PMD1.
Not the one. The thing is, we were not happy about nerfing it. Yeah, I was mostly because I had no idea about. Yeah, I was not happy. Mostly because I had no fucking clue about how the combat system works. But at the same time, it was a necessary evil, and now I understand it. So now I can use the other moves. But yeah.
None of us knew how the fuck the combat system
Yeah.
worked.
And you know,
I
having.
won when I joined in as well.
Yeah, I was thinking like if, you know, Bolt has at the same time zone as I am, so if he can have like similar free times, we can actually like have him as well on PMD&D. It's just an idea. I just thought it as an idea because he did say today that he wouldn't mind joining a PMD&D group. And I know this guy for a long time. I've known him for as long as I know me. He is a pretty respectable person and very much a sensitive one. Sensitive? I don't know the fucking word. But yeah.
Sensible, because
Yeah,
I
sensible
can
would
agree
be the
with
word.
some things that are being said and whatnot.
Yeah, I guess sensible would be the word. But yeah, I think it should be, if that is the thing, Bolt and Mina should be talking about it. of course, that would be a thing. We would have to talk about it with Mina. She is the DM. I just gave out the idea.
I am talking. I did ask her if I'm able to join. Like, I already asked her out, but I also said first things first. May I join? That's the first thing that comes to mind. So
Exactly.
first we're gonna wait
thing
for that.
Exactly.
And I got a response. She said, "Yeah, that she's sure I could."
Because I
Well,
generally
then I'm gonna
think
ask.
I generally think that Bolt can be a fun addition to BMD&D because of how he is. So, do we have anything else that we want to... I see no problem as long as the new times... yeah, that's the thing. Like, the thing is we need to make it so Bolt also fits into the schedule. We were going to move the schedule. Thank you, Mina, by the way, for letting
It's
me...
really easy considering I share the same time zone with.
Yeah, but like 3 times may be different because I also stream. You don't. You may have work. I don't. Like things differ because other things may happen. Like I said, like we have. Can I? Mina, do I share him the websites that we talked about? For the the thing, here. I'll just share them with him. One is time comparator. The other is just to see what time it is on their side. Since Mina's from Cali, from LA, that should, the time converter, the timetable, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, do I have anything else that we want to ask? Chat, do you have any question for us that we can answer you? If not, I think it would be a good idea to start thinking about wrapping it because we have been going for a very long 2 hours and a half. I do think that this has been one of the more fun Roomba thoughts. Like the group of 5 that we had today was a really fun experience. Like we were laughing, we were talking about what are we munching? I am eating. Oh, you mean the snack that I'm eating? So yesterday.
Really fun.
A little bit of a story. What will you munch? I have no idea what I'm going to have for dinner. But today, yesterday for the stream for the 24-hour interest race, I told my mom, when are you going to go get my sister from job? And she's like, around 8 p.m. And I asked her, can you give me one thing for snacks, just in case I need it? And she's like, sure, what is it now? And I say peanuts. And she got me a bag of peanuts. And so if you hear me munching something, that is what I've been eating.
Nuts.
Peanuts, not nuts. They're like the usual, like they taste like the peanuts when you open them. But yeah. Of course, Octo,
Yes.
thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you
course.
both for being here and helping us out. Thank you, Mina, for as always for being an
Yeah, you're
absolute wonder.
welcome.
So, as per always, if Octo wants to appear again, ask me and we'll try to figure out something. Of course, if you just want to appear more
Yeah,
often
yeah.
in the room, I thought I can make you another caster. But like, we'll have to see how it goes.
I think I will become a caster.
That's good. Do you want to? I'm thinking. Do you want to be every day or only if we need a slot?
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, because that way
We're gonna be every single time.
we can. Then I can just make you a main caster as well, same as me and me. Of course, he doesn't have. He has the PMD image, same as Octo and Kane, because I've done those. And Mina made the me and herself. But yeah, please, those in chat, I have a Discord, so go there if you want more news and more stuff to say. Go follow Octo on Twitch. This is a threat. Also go follow Mina on Twitch. This is also another threat.
I
If
will
you
go
guys-
check. I will go check if I won them in followers or not.
If people don't follow these guys, I'm fine if you don't follow me. I'm not that great of a streamer. But if you don't follow these guys, I'm going to rip your lungs out. I'm going to rip the brachia out of those lungs. I'm going to make a belt out of it.
God damn.
So yeah, you have been warned. Now, does anyone in chat or does anyone of the casters have any idea on who could be interesting to raid?
No clue, no.
No
I
clue.
have no idea.
You have no idea. Me? I guess not, because he is very much.
Not
warned.
really, no.
Okay.
I got nothing.
Let's see, who's playing? Okay, who's playing? Is there anyone playing Mystery Dungeon? There's one person playing Mystery Dungeon here. It's a randomizer. And someone playing the original one that is Spanish and the VTuber, I guess. I don't see anyone interesting. Great, so I think we're just going to stop streaming for today. Thank you everyone so much for watching. So the plan for next week is on Monday I will have Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005, not to be confused with 2012. On Tuesday I will have Gran Turismo 4 with Red Mage as per usual. On Wednesdays, Octo and I will both be streaming Pokemon Black 2 Cable Link, and I think Octo, you had something that you wanted to do with me as well. It was Rivals. What's the thought of playing Rivals together?
That was a thought of it, yes.
Yeah,
But
we
we'll see
may
if we can get that,
play Rivals of Either as
Rivals of
well.
Ether?
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, you have it too.
perfect. I'll send. I can.
We'll look at it and then we'll.
Yeah. On
I'm a noob though.
Thursday. Well, I mean, Octo
same,
bought the game not long ago. The only
I
pro here
bought
is
the
me.
game like 3 days ago.
On Thursday, I have no idea what will I stream. We will see when I get there. On Friday, it is Moimon for me. Pokemon randomized for both Meep and Kane. On Saturday, I have no idea what I'll be streaming because Saturday is either catch up stream, stream whatever the fuck I want, or chill day and just watch Octo streaming. And on Sunday, it will be another Roomba Thought. So, I will see you all, everyone. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I will see you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. GST +1. Bye-bye.
I'm gonna go get lunch.
Enjoy lunch.
Enjoy it.